Hey, how's it going? This time, we're here in Endwalker. Yay. You know, maybe I shouldn't have the Fall Guys being out as the minion right now. That might not be the most flavorful choice. What would be the most flavorful choice, though? Honestly, maybe the watermelon. I think it might actually be the watermelon. Yeah. Ooh. Hold up 1 second. Let me just make sure. Okay, yeah. I do have the audio set up properly. And this place is really comfy. I'm assuming that this first quest is just gonna be, yeah, literally old Sharlaying just showing us around. I'm assuming this is gonna be pretty much the same thing that they've done for every expansion so far, which is, hey, welcome, you're in a new area.
私がこれまでに掴んだ情報とみんなの力を借りたい調査について話ができればと思うんだけど。
Okay. Yeah, so I'd like to begin with telling you all everything that I've learned, as well as the investigation that I'd like your assistance with.
オレオさんとエスティニアンさんにとっては初めての、他のみんなにとっては懐かしの本国でしょ
う。For player character in Estinian, this is your first time here, but for the rest of you, this is all your home. You've been here in quite a long time.
行きたい場所や会いたい人もいるでしょうし、船旅の休息も兼ねて少し自由時間にしようと思う。
I'm sure there are places you'd like to go and people you'd like to see. So I thought we could start with letting everybody go off and have some free time to recover from the boat ride.
用事を済ませたら、私たちバルデシオン委員会の支部、バルデシオン分館に集合でどうかしら?
After you're all finished, how about we all meet at the... Yeah, the Baldessian Committee branch, Baldessian Annex. That's apparently the name of the building. Like, that's where we're gonna meet.
家に帰るのは難しそうだが、人づてにでも様子を伺うことはできるだろうからね。
Okay, thank you. It seems like it would be quite difficult for us to return to our home, but we should be able to get a general idea of what's going on through, like, hearsay. So that's what they're apparently going to go do.
私も一族の皆はそれぞれ独立しているし、帰るべき場所は特にないのだけれど。
Okay, like all of my family are living on their own, separate from one another, so it's not as though I particularly have like a home to go visit. But... Okay, she's gonna take a look around the city.
昔馴染みを訪ねてみれば、存外有益な情報も得られるかもしれない。
Okay, yeah, we go around to see some old friends. We might be able to get some useful information. This is the quest that they have us do every time. Okay. Gonna go to the Aetherite Plaza. Yeah, Baldurstein branches to the west of the Aetheryte Plaza. We'll head there later. Okay, this is the same quest that you always do.
私にも参じねばならない場所がございます。また後ほどお会いしましょう。
There's somewhere I must visit as well. Now then, we'll meet again soon.
あなたとエスティニアンさんはどうする？よければ
What are you and
街を案内させてもらおうと思うんだけど。
If you'd like, I could guide you around the city. Could show you around.
俺はいい。集合場所は聞けたからな。あとは自分で適当に回る。
I'll be fine. No. You said we were gonna meet up later, so I'll just, like, wander around by myself a bit then.
あ、ちょっと
Oh, wait. He just fucks off.
じゃあ
He's gonna get lost.
私たちに付き合ってもらえるかしら。あなたも気持ちとしては久々の本国でしょうし、思い出すのも兼ねてね。
Okay. Yeah, Daha, would you like to join us? It's been quite a long time since you've been home. Yeah, might
俺
bring
で
up
い
some
いなら
memories.
も
Okay.
ちろん一緒に行く。
Okay. This is just
俺
I'm
を
going to.
早
Yay!
速
Wow!
オールドシ
Yay!
ャーレアンを。
I'm gonna skip through this since I
あんた
already
の
know
見たい
all
場
of
所
this.
どこにでもついてくぞ。
Like,
グラハッティアがあなたを追従する同行状態となります。以後、
Okay.
クエストを進行させるには同じエリア内であれば
Graha
都
is
市
going to be
別
following you
のエリア
around.
に
Yup.
排除した場合、元の場所、
Yes,
次は
yes.
グラハ
I know.
あなたもラハ君も準備は大丈夫そうね。
They're just saying,
Derecha.
like, if you leave the area, you're gonna have to meet back up with him, blah, blah, blah.
まずはこの港の西側にあるカフェラストス
You
タン
will
ドに行って
always
みま
get
し
it?
ょう。
Oh, great. 'Oh, okay. Let's go to Cafe Last Stand. Ooh. 1 second. Oh, that's a little bit of a problem here. Mort, the OCR program, is sort of losing its shit at the moment. Oh, there we go. Fixed it.
クルルも同行することになりました。
Okay,
二人を連
Kururu
れ
is
て
gonna
ラ
be
スト
following
スタ
you
ンド
as
に向か
well.
い、指定地点でクルルに話し、ま
Okay.
た、同行者がいるときは、目的地までの経路付近に特殊な会話を聞くことができるトークスポットが存在する場合があります。
Box spot. Okay. Yup, we
ト
can
ー
hear
クスポットに入った
conversations.
状態で同行者に話しかけると、関連する話題が追加されています。仲間との寄り道を楽しみましょう。
Okay. You can go on fun little detours. I mean, that is a nice mechanic here where it's like, oh hey, you can talk to him here.
たくさん物が集まってるな。ってことは、冒険者向きの依頼もあるんじゃないか？あんたはちゃんと入国し、オールドシャーレアンにも、いつか、あんたの名が轟く日が来るかもしれないな。
ここはペリスタイル。荷上げした品をひとまず運び込む場。生
Okay,
活に必要な
this is just like
品
a
や交易品はもちろんだけど、
market
この
area.
町には書物や資料も大量に運ばれてくるから、仕
Oh,
分け
a lot of books. Okay. So that is interesting that you can go off and like check little side areas if you're so inclined. Ooh. Aha! This is one that's actually going to be potentially interesting. You can ask about the statue.
あっちに見えるのは忘れようもない近見左略像だな。
You can use the internet with the followers? Nice. Okay, that's the
バルデシオ
statue.
ン委員会の
Unforgettable.
本部はバル島にあって、俺も普段はそっちにいたから、この町に渡ってくるたび、あの像と顔を合わせてたっけ。
Yeah, the headquarters of the Baldessian Committee was on the Isle of Ball. That's where I typically was, so anytime I would come over to the city, I would see that statue.
ここから海に向かって続く道は、左略中路。その先にあるのが、シャーレアンの守護神、左略神の像よ。
Okay, that's a weird ass word. Judo. Okay, the route from here to the sea is the, like, yeah, Sharlaying, I guess? Sharlaying? Column? Beyond that is the, statue of the guardian deity of Sharlaying. Sharlaying.
シャーレアン人には、信仰よりも先に、知識の集積者たれという信念があった。それで、血神である左略を祀ったそうなの。
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's okay. So they have the like they hold on to the creed that they're collectors of knowledge. That's why they like built the statue of, you know, that's why they like deified the
だから
god of
あんな立
knowledge.
派な像はあるけど、イシュガルドのハルオーネ信仰ほど厳格じゃないわ。個人的に別の守護神を持つ人も少なくないくらいよ。
Wow, wow, that's crazy. Yeah, although there's, you know, we have such a massive statue, it's not as though everybody here is as, like, religious as they are in Ishgard. Like, there's plenty of people here who have, like, an entirely different guardian deity. Wow. Who would have thought?
到着。ここがカフェラストスタンドよ。
And we're here, this is Cafe Last
前に
Stand.
も話したと思うけど、シャーレアンって栄養学や調理法の研究は盛んなのに、味の追求はおろそかにしがちというか、なんというか。
I think I mentioned this before. Although, like, nutritional science and, like, culinary research is, performed here. Like, rather than pursuing, like, flavor, how do I say this? Rather than trying to
早い
perfect, like,
話、
the
ご飯が美味しくないことが多い
flavor.
の。ケンジンパンしかり、栄養が取れればいい主義の圧勝よ。
To put it simply, the food here is often pretty bad. Yeah, so like with the like sage bread, the idea that all that matters is whether or not you can get the right nutrients is overwhelmingly popular.
けれど、魔法大学のある学生がまずすぎる学食についに我慢できなくなった。彼は大学を中退して食事処を設立したの。
Okay, however, there was a certain student at the Institute for Magical Research. I don't really know what you want to go with for Maho Daigaku. It's just like Magic University. Who simply could not stand how bad the food was anymore and dropped out. Yeah, he dropped out of university and opened up this restaurant.
それがここ、ラストスタンド。
Yeah, that's
名前の
last
通り、
stand.
シャーレアンの食文化の最後の砦だわ。
As the name suggests, it's the last bastion of good food in Sharlaying.
確か、看板メニューのバーガーが絶品なんじゃなかったか？俺は食ったことがなかったけど、そんな話を聞いた記憶があるような。
It's like, okay, I heard that their burger is supposedly excellent. I've never had it, but I remember hearing
ラハ
something
君
about
も
it.
安くて簡単に食えるもの、主義だったものね。今はタカルさんに味覚も鍛えられたでしょうし、落ち着いて。それじゃあ、
Okay.
次の場所に行き
Yeah,
ましょう
Daha
か。
was on the side
今
of
度は
wanting
お
just
店の
cheap
脇
and
にある階
easy
段を登
food.
ってエーテライ
Yeah,
トプ
now
ラ
he's
ザを
gotten
目
a
指
taste
しま
of
しょう。
decent food from Tataru, so we should try it. Come here with everybody and try it out. Okay, next spot. Aetherite Plaza. It is a fun little bit. I don't know how much else you could do for, like, Cafe Last Stand. I think that there's pretty much a limit on how much you could even attempt to fuck that up.
エーテライトプ
Okay,
ちょっと
Aetherite
見慣れない
Plaza
形でしょうけれど、目の前にあるのはエーテライトよ。
might look a bit different than what you're used to. That's an Aetherite in front of you. Don't forget
シャーレアン
to
といえば、エ
interact with it.
ーテライトの製造に代表さ
Commune,
れる
whatever.
転送魔法研究の中心地でもあるの。
Sharlaying is the epicenter of teleportation magic research. Yeah, like exemplified by their production of
この広場
aetherites.
に併設されている転送魔法研究所は、アラグの時代に作られたエーテライトの仕組みを解き明かし、現代に復活させたことで有名よ。
Like well, Tin Soul is more like transfer. So I mean, you could say like the Institution for the Research of Transfer Magic is located in the plaza, famously having solved the, reverse engineered, is kind of like it, like, to have figured out the mechanism for Allegan, Aetherite, and are responsible for bringing them into the modern age.
次は北東の方へ進んで、街で最大のマーケット、アゴラはすぐそこよ。
Okay, next to the northeast, Agora, the largest market in the city, is right near here. Agora? I'm gonna
そう
skim
そう
this real
こ
quick.
の先にあるのが、
Okay,
多
this is
分
the
後で
Research
お世話
Institute.
になるだろうから場所を覚えておいて。
You should remember this place.
テレポ変わってさ、地味に財布に痛いよな。だから、昔は安価な連絡船ばかり使ってたんだ。
Okay, yeah, teleportation fees are real expensive. Used
最
the
近の
inner
暁
ships
は
before.
任務の報酬としてテレポ代を支給してるってタタルから聞いたんだが、実際どうなんだ？
Okay, yeah, he heard that Tataru was paying for teleports. Like, is that true? Yo, what up, Fedge? Oh, yo, what is this place?
なあ、この露天書店、ちょっとだけ見てっていいか？何か面白い本が入ってるかも。
Hey, oh, can I take a look at this like book stand? There might be some
絶対ちょっと
interesting
に
things.
ならないじゃない。ここに置いていかれて
Might
もいい
as well
な
just
ら
take a little look.
私は構わないけれど。
Yeah, you definitely wouldn't be here for just a little while. If you don't mind us leaving you behind, it's fine.
それは困るから後にする。
Well, you know, that would be a bit of a... I'll come back later. Haha, he like book.
こうして露店で本が売られているのもシャーレアンらしい光景かもしれないわね。他の国に行くまでそうとは気づいてなかったんだけど。
Books being sold out in the open in like stands like this is very common in is a very Sharlaying thing to do. I didn't realize that it was you know, only in Sharlaying until I went abroad. How does everything here not get wet? Is the question. Like, none of this shit has walls. What do they do if it rains? Huh. Wait a second. I think they might be talking about this person being like a bit of a character. They're like, oh, you've been over to that shop. The person running is like kind of is a real character. Is this the person that they're talking about? No. I mean, it is unusual for them to be dressed like that. Apparently, this guy put on some armor and it's really fucking heavy.
あんた、この辺りじゃ見ない顔だな。私はこのマーケット、アゴラの商人喧嘩を役さ。
So, the thing that I'm realizing here, every single place that we've gone in Sharlaying has had a Lalafell running shit. Like, she's the one running the market, the person doing the immigration was a Lalafell, you got Kururu. Are we, like, is this place secretly just run by a shadowy Lalafell cabal?
ここがアゴラ、シャーレアンで作られたものだけじゃなく、港から運ばれてきた異国の品々も販売されてるわ。
Okay, this is Agora, where goods from not only Sharlaying, but overseas are sold as well. Too many dangerous questions.
昔は各研究機関
I'm
が
gonna get
怪し
disappeared.
げな試作品を売ったりもしてたそうだけど、今は心配ないわ、ほとんどね。
You need to leave this thing alone, I'm telling you, for your own safety. See, this is... Hold on. I get the feeling that this is a joke that is going to have been removed. I may be wrong. But I get the feeling this is gonna be... I think this joke is probably going to be removed. If you haven't played Arcanum, you are not an RPG enjoyer. Have I? I have not. I'm not a real RPG enjoyer, apparently. So, this, This line is, apparently in the past, like, various research, institutions would sell, like, shady test, like, trial products here. But now you, yeah, like, you don't need to worry now. They really don't do that much anymore. Like, the joke here is, 今は心配ないわ。ほとんどね。Like, that should be like, you know, don't have to worry, they don't do that anymore. Mostly. Or it isn't even like you don't need to worry about them doing it anymore, but like, now, you know, things here are safe now, mostly. The English was, they also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out for the most part. Nah. They didn't keep the tone. The joke doesn't really land as well.
冒険の準備をするときは、ぜひここを活用してちょうだい。
That's one thing that I haven't looked at much of the Kurura dialogue in the English, but they like really flatten her tone. She's very distinctive in the Japanese. In the English, she just kind of sounds like everybody else. When you're gearing up for an adventure, be sure to come here.
次は私たちの目的において特に気をつけるべき場所を案内しておこうかしら。
Then as far as our purposes here, like next I'll show you somewhere you really should be quite familiar with.
ライトプラザまで戻って正面にある階段を道なりにずっと登っていって哲学者の広場にたどり着くはずよ。
Okay, go back. We're going to go back to the Etherlit Plaza, follow the stairs all the way up, and end up at the like Philosopher's Square. Fantastic game and setting, mediocre combat. I mean, that's usually how old RPGs go. And then, very unfortunately, it sort of ends up being the opposite today. Like, I'm gonna, you know, I would maybe get shit for this. Also, this is like, what is this incline, dude? Look at this, look at these, what, the stairs just stop. This gets one drop of water on it, this turns into a goddamn slip and slide. But Baldur's Gate 3 was very much that, where it's like, wow, this gameplay is great. The story is garbage. Just abject trash. I don't care about this fountain that much, actually. The story in Baldur's Gate, man, it's exhausting. I can't really describe it in any other term than exhausting. It's just like Larian writing in general is just everyone is an asshole and everything drags on for way too long.
This巨大な建物が哲学者の広場よ。建物なのに広場だなんて不思議な名前でしょう。
Where it's just like, at a certain point, you just don't want to talk to people in VG3, because you're like, I already know what this person is going to be like. They're going to be an asshole, they're going to ask me to go do a thing, they're going to be incredulous while they're asking me to do the thing. There's going to maybe be a joke that is going to be sarcasm, or an insult directed at my character. And then they're going to say, I'm going over to Baldur's Gate, by the way, if you want to meet me at Baldur's Gate. There's no other cities in this setting, it's only Baldur's Gate. Anyway, I'll see you at Baldur's Gate, where I'll insult you some more. Great, man. I love it here. is the Philosopher's Square, like Philosopher's Plaza. It's weird, you know, calling it a plaza even though it's a building, right?
もともとは名前の通り広場があって、市民から選ばれた議員たちが集まり、政策を論じ合っていたの。
Yeah, as the name suggests, in the past it was a plaza and, legislators elected by the citizens gathered to discuss policy.
そう、それこそが哲学者議会の由来よ。今では広場から議事堂になったけれど、
that's how the
議員たちが
Philosopher's
集
Parliament
う
got
場
its
所である
name.
ことは変わりないわ。
Yeah, now they've gone from the plaza to a, parliamentary house, but it's still the place where the legislators gather. So, okay, hold up. You're telling me that in the English they went with the forum for the Philosopher's Parliament thing here, even though they have an explicit line here saying that they used to gather in a big old plaza to discuss politics, like an old-style forum, but then now it's different and it has a different name as a result. But in the English, they kept the name forum, meaning that there is no difference, there was no change. Why? That doesn't make sense. The point here is that they're saying that they're not just doing a, old, Greek-style forum thing. They've actually, modernized. I need to check this one. Oh my fucking god! They called this place the Rostra? The grand structure before you is the Rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. You just wanted to use the word Rostra because you think it makes you sound smart. This is embarrassing. No, it's not Rostrum, Rostra. This actually makes sense in the Japanese, whereas it's just kind of nonsense.
で、ラハ君、聞いてる？トークを見てたみたいだけど。
are you listening? You kind of look like you're just staring off into the distance.
いや、ここからだとオールドシャーレアンの街並みが一望できるだろう。
Oh no, from here you can get the best view of, old Sharlaying, right?
俺、第一世界に渡って間もない頃、塔の元に集まった奴らから街づくりについての助言を求められたことがあったんだよ。
Okay, shortly after I transferred over, or passed over to the First World, I was asked by the, those who gathered around the tower to give them advice on developing
俺
the
は
city.
自分が知るうちで一番立派だった街、オールドシャーレアンを参考にして話をした。
Oh, okay, yeah, so I used the most magnificent city that I had ever seen and known, Old Sharlaying, as my reference.
そうして出来上がった街がクリスタリウムだったんだ。だからなんだか懐かしくてさ。
And the city that was made as a result was the Crystallium, so I got kind of, nostalgic for it.
そんな経緯があったのね。また、いつでも眺めに来るといいわ。 議員たちもそれくらいじゃ咎めてこないでしょうし。
Oh yeah, that is. Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that. Come back here as often as you like. I'm sure that the legislators won't be too upset at you for doing
意
that.
外な話も聞けたことだし、次の場所に移りましょうか。最後に案内す
Okay,
る
it's
の
like
は
we got a
漂流者の丘よ。
off
東側
track there
の
a little
階
bit.
段
Let's go to the next spot. The problem with for me especially though, is that they gave you a perfect explanation for why it's called the thing that it's called in the Japanese. You don't need to change it to try and make yourself sound smarter. Like, it's just perfectly reasonable. And in doing so, you also just kind of muddy it. And you also kind of get rid of the theme there of modernizing. Like, they aren't referring to it as they used to refer to it. Calling it the Forum makes them seem more old-fashioned. But they're not still doing it in that way. They have modernized. And so they've still got the roots there. Sharlaying is clearly Greek-inspired, not Roman. Yeah, that too. Like, it's just not what they're going for.
そう、ここが漂流者の丘よ。シャーレアンの開祖、ニュンクレフに導かれてきた人々が最初の定住地とした場所とされているわ。
Huh. Okay, so this is like Castaway Hill. So, 漂流者の丘. 漂流者 there is like either like being adrift at sea or castaway. I don't know what the hell they call this in English. This is a background we play 14. I mean, yeah, like, the thing is that a lot of this stuff adds up. Like, there's a ton of very, very big, like, massive story changes or story omissions. But they also just kind of change stuff constantly just for the sake of changing it. Which all eventually adds up into, like, getting rid of themes or getting rid of, you know, stuff that is supposed to link up with other things later, but then doesn't as a result of just some random change they made before. You know, like, for example, the, what was the name of the inn in Shadowbringers in English? It was something completely wrong. Like, it wasn't, the Inn of Departures. It was, like, the Inn at Journey's End or something like that. Which is just wrong. They missed the double meaning that's present in the Japanese, where it was also, like, you know, it was like a reference to, like, an RPG starter city, but then also where you are going to depart on a different journey. Inn of Journeys at Journey's Head. Yeah, it really should, the word departure was very important to that. It ended up coming back. Want to know something wild? They seriously, this hill is called Journey's End? In English? What? Why? No! That's not what that means. Like, this should either be, like, this should be like Castaway's Hill. Or like Castaway Knoll. That's a very, Journey's End is very different than Castaway. Or like, someone who is adrift. Journey's End is a final location. Being Castaway is not. And also, that doesn't even make sense here. Like, the Japanese name here, okay, so this is, like, Castaway Knoll. Like, this is the place, this is the first place where the, like, people who were led to Sharlaying by its founder, Nunkulef, like, set up their first permanent residence. Like, okay, this is probably not worth spending that much time on, but calling it Journey's End, that's setting up something incredibly different than calling it Castaway. Especially considering how many, like, sea words have been here. Like, just in the first 2 quests in the Japanese, there have been tons of references to the sea that are very much so missing in the English. Like, the, you know, for example, like, the previous quest being, like, all rivers flow to the sea, or all flows to the sea, which is potentially a reference to the translation of that, of a verse from, like, Ecclesiastes. I'm not entirely sure. But it's not a common phrase. In Japanese, it's not like an established thing. But they just got rid of it. I don't see what this white marble city by the sea with a giant statue of four water has anything to do with the sea. This is Journey's End. Yeah. Like, because clearly they're setting up, like, the whole Sea of Stars thing. They, you know, had, the Emmett Silk narration say, like, you know, at the bottom of the sea, engulfing, like, this world and all within it, like, the truth awaits. And the quest name was All Returns to the Sea. And then here, Castaway Knoll. It's not Journey's End. They're setting up, like, you are all drifting, you know, floating in the sea that is encompassing the whole world, which is presumably going to be the Sea of Stars. But they're going to use a lot of sea terminology for that. Describe, like, you know, a planet adrift at sea, right? I want to give you a minor spoiler so badly, but I'm assuming that that's going to be important, right? Like, that's what I mean. Is these sort of minor changes add up. Like, theme is built through these sort of repetitions. That's how you establish things, even if a player doesn't notice it immediately. If you're doing a big callback or you make everything about the sea, then having all of these terms build up to that establishes it. It makes it, you know, feel more solid, even if they're not thinking about it.
今でも居住区になっていて、この辺りには特に歴史の長い一族や養殖を務める人たちの家があるの。
Yeah, it's still a residential area. There are still homes here. Specifically, like, particularly for those who, like, for families with long history and, like, influential people.
中でもひときわ大きいのが ご存知、ルベユール家の邸宅なんだけど、今は素通りしておいた方が良さそうね。
Yeah, the like largest among them, or the most conspicuously large, as you know, the Duveyor family mansion. It'd be better to not stop there for now.
私から案内しようと思っていた場所は以上よ。どこか気に入ってもらえる場所があったなら嬉しいわ。
Everywhere I wanted to show you. Would hope that there are places that like piqued your interest.
じゃあこのまま一緒に。
Okay, let's go back to the
港の方へ下っていって右手側の橋を
branch
渡る。
office.
あとはエーテライトプラザに入らず道なりに行けばか。
Go down the slope towards the harbor. Yeah, okay. Buildings on your right. Sure.
ふふ、正解。
Or cross the bridge
さあ
to your
3
right.
人で。
Okay, let's go. Huh. Wait, there's a discussion spot if you go the exact opposite way. So, I'm in a little bit of a predicament here, which is I'm feeling a bit tired, more so than normal. And the thing is that I normally had I got these I got like a little caffeine supplement that I normally take in the morning. It's like getting an energy drink or whatever is often a pain in the ass. But I can't remember if I actually took that. And so I don't, like, I you know, this is like the situation that you're in where you're like, you know, these edibles ain't shit. I'm sure I'll just eat the rest of the bar and I'll be fine. Do I chance it? I don't know. I'm assuming this is just that, like, oh, wait a second. You can ask about the,
そう、この橋を渡るんだ。あとはまっすぐエーテライトプラザに入らないように注意してくれよな。
how can I possibly back down now? Okay, yep, cross the bridge. Sure, I mean, I'm assuming they're just saying you're going the
多
wrong
く
way.
の学術機関や研究機関があるけれど、私塾という形で学びの場を設けている人もいるの。
Shit. Legally I have to? Shit. Oh, okay. There are many, like, academic institutions, or, like, research institutes and, schools, but there are also, like, private, like, you got, like, private schools?
とはいえ、この辺りの邸宅でやっているような私塾は、私にとっていろんな意味でレベルが高すぎるんだけどね。アルフィノ君なら縁もあるかもしれん。
Huh. Apparently some of the ones over here are, like, more, exclusive. Yeah, it's, you know, it's got, like, some caffeine, B vitamins, and stuff. Alright. Oh, if you know, and always his family live. Actually, I should go check out that mansion. I should go check out their family mansion. Yeah, that's the Duveyor. And also, I, you know, should grab these, etherite while I'm here. Like the little mini etherite. The gamble, though, is that I might just start having, like, heart palpitations and need to cut the stream short, but, you know, we do a little bit of gambling. God damn. That's actually not as large as I thought it would be. Hold up, can I actually just, like, go in? Will they let me? No, yeah, you can. You could just kind of waltz right in. Okay, yeah, they said, like, we can't allow you to pass if you, like, aren't connected to the Duveilleur family. Or, like, you know, if you don't have, like, a reservation to be here. You know, or, like, that's like an appointment, rather. Oyakusoku. Serifu.
私はアメリアンス様の次女でございます。身の回りのあらゆるを
Okay, Amelians. This place is not as big as I thought it would be. When they were describing the Duveilleur house, I was expecting like a massive ass sprawling mansion. But that's like... It's like what? Okay, I mean, it extends... Okay, it's a bit longer than it is wide. But still, I mean, I would call that rather modest. Reasonably priced mansion. Yeah, this is the spot where I, like, out myself as having been a very fancy lad. Except I wasn't. Didn't have the whole house open to the riffraff. Like, oh man, you know, like, where are there, like, 13 garages? Where's the full-size tennis court? Where is the tennis court? That's mandatory. Actually, no, now it would be pickleball. Why the fuck is it called pickleball, by the way? Does anybody know? I'm gonna, hey Google, why is it called pickleball? Hold up. Oxford Languages, pickleball, from pickle plus ball, parentheses, the reason is uncertain. There's no way that that's true. But that's very funny. Hey Google. I mean, I just had to know. It is strange though, like, it feels like a completely different court sport kind of took over the obnoxious rich people spot overnight. Away from tennis.
はい、到着。お疲れ様。この建物がバルデシオン軍艦よ。
Sounds like something they played during an episode of Chowder. Damn, you're right. Well, I feel like in Chowder they would be making the pickleball for a big tournament. Yeah, this is the Baldessian branch office.
さらに坂を登っていくと魔法大学があるんだけれど、一度に伝えても覚えるのが大変でしょうし、次の機会に紹介させてもらうわね。
Okay, if we go further up the hill, the Magic University is up there. Okay. Be difficult to remember all of that immediately. Yada yada yada. Like, that's all. It would be too many places to go all at once. Whatever.
ただい
It's
ま、
always a
レオさんと
Lalafell.
ラハ君を連れてきたわ。
It's always a Lalafell. What the fuck? I'm back. Brought player character and Daha.
あ、おかえり。グラハは久しぶりだね。
I don't like this guy already. I already don't like this guy. Oh, I didn't. Oh no. Oh, it is the guy from Eureka. I didn't do Eureka, but I don't like this guy already. I don't trust anybody who uses that many tildes in their speech. It's like weirdly spacey. Like, oh, welcome back. Oh, Graha, it's so nice to see you again. What do they... I kind of want to check, but what do they do for this sort of, like... What do you do for this sort of speech quirk in English? I'm not entirely sure. Kaeri... Uraha, isashiburi da ne. Like, he's kind of like trailing off and extending all of his stuff. I dislike it. A surfer bro? Nah. If I had to say what this sounds more like to me, like what it reminds me of, is... I mean, I would have to see, I'm gonna have to see a couple more of his lines, but this gives off more like E-boy vibes.
オレオさんは、はじめまして。お噂は、金がねえ。
Oh hey, yeah, it's nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you. Like, that's kind of the thing here. He's kind of like, you know, weirdly sing-songy. Oh, it's a pleasure to finally meet you, character name. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. Nothing. They do nothing, as is always the case. Everyone talks the fucking same in the English. Nobody's, like, personality is translated. Like, you don't have to do an extended... You don't have to, like, extend all of his vowels, but just something like, oh, hey, it's nice to meet... It's, you know, nice to finally meet you. I've heard so much about you. After all. Like, in English, it would probably be, you know, like, oh, hey. Oh, it's so nice to finally meet you. Something like that for indicating how, like, weirdly spacey this guy kind of is.
おじかつんじかじゃないか。元気にしてたんだか。
おじかつんじか。Oh, おじかつんじか。Glad to see you again.
彼はおじか、あなたがエウレカであったエジカツンジカの重帝よ。バルデシオン委員会の事務員でこの分担を管理しているの。
Oh no, he's not his brother, it's his cousin. Apparently. This is Ojiga, the cousin of the man I believe you met in, who you met at Eureka. Ejiga Tsunjika. Tsunjika. They say he's like the clerk, like the clerk of the auditing committee. Manages this like branch division annex.
その件は俺も報告を受けてるよ。バル島がまさかあんな風になってるなんて、エウレカの調査も機会があればまたよろしくね。
Oh yeah, I got the report all about that. I mean, I never really thought that the Isle of Ball would end up like that. You know, like, hope you can... I'm assuming he's talking about himself, being like, you know, hope I get the chance to go. No, he's talking about you, like, you know, be careful if you ever go back to investigate Eureka again. I can only think of Dude Weed LMAO. I mean, it's really not like a, like that style of thing. It's more... I'm trying to think of the type. He talks like the sort of dude who wears, like, a sweater with sleeves that are too long that fully cover his hands. Actually, no. I've got a perfect example. If you know about, like, if you know of, like, offline TV, he reminds me of the way that, like, Saikuno talks. That would be around that. Sort of pseudo e-boy adjacent. Kind of like that.
バルデシオン委員会は本部のあるバル島を拠点にしていたわ。けど、オールドシャーレアンに来る機会も多かったの。
Baldessian Committee was originally, like, it's based on the island of Ball. It really is Ball. There were many times that we came to Old Sharlaying.
こっちの施設で調べ物をするときとか、学会があるとき、飛空艇や船で国外に行こうってときにもね。
Yeah, there were times when we needed to do research at facilities around here, attend academic conferences, or needed to go abroad.
その際の一時的な滞在場所として作られたのが、ここ、バルデシオン軍艦よ。
Okay. And so this Baldessian, it really is annex then. Like, was built as a place where you could temporarily stay. That speech description just makes me think of every time I've seen some cool cyber emo hacker. Yeah, kind of. Kind of. You know, it's just a very, like, it's a very kind of soft, floaty way of talking. Like, there should be a bit of a sing-song to it. It should be very gentle sounding. It's distinctive.
本部が島ごと消滅しちゃった今は、俺たちの唯一の拠点になっちゃったわけだけどね。
And with the... Yeah, with, like, our headquarters gone with the entire island, this is really the last place we've got left.
たくさんの所属者が行方不明になって、バルデシオン委員会は、現状満足に活動できてない。この文館でさえ持て余し気味なのが、寂しいところだよ。
Now, a lot of our members are missing, and Baldessian Committee isn't able to... Like, as it stands, isn't able to do what it used to anymore. Hmm. このでさえ持て余し。でさえ持て余し。 Okay, I mean, that makes sense. He's saying, like, you know, there aren't even enough of us left to manage the annex. And, you know, it's pretty sad.
バルデシオン委員会は立て直してみせるわ。いつの日かきっと。
And the Baldessian Committee will be rebuilt one day.
そのためにもテロフォロイの陰謀を退けなきゃよね。
Shirizoku. Oh wait, no, is that Nokeru or Shirizoku? It's probably Shirizoku. Like, for that reason as well, we need to make sure to undo Teroforoi's schemes, you know?
この後、左の扉の先にあるメインホールで今後についての相談を
Okay,
しましょう。
let's talk about what we're going to do from now on in the main hall. Through the door on the left.
みんなが集まるまでにはまだ時間がかかるだろうから、ホールに
Might
来
be a
る前
while
に
before
一
everyone else
休み
gets
しても
here.
らってもいいわ。
Okay, you can take a break. Take it easy over there.
この文館にある滞在用の部屋を暁のみんなに割り当ててあるの。オ
Whoa.
ールドシャーレアンにいる間、好きに使ってね。
Oh, I've yeah, set out a room for for the people of the Dawn to use here in the annex. While you're in Sharlaying, use it as you like.
仮眠部屋か、懐かしいな。
That is the worst. That might be the worst Ateji I've ever seen. That might be the worst. Oh my fucking god. So, the kanji there is kaminbeya. Kamin being nap, heya being room. One guess as to what the katakana there reads as. So it's written out in kanji for nap room, and then the name in katakana is nap room. Nap room. Nap room. This is actually, I think, more common in Japan than in the States, because of how absolutely garbage the work culture is. You will have, like, nap rooms and offices and shit. Or, like, you know, set up bedrooms for people who need to stay overnight in places. Oh, a nap room, huh? Oh, that brings me back. It's put, looks like boot. Yeah, I mean, if the, depending on the bit rate. It is written very small. Honestly, if we, like, katakana can be harder than kanji a lot of the times. Not in terms of, like, pronunciation, but in terms of figuring out what the hell they mean. I had to step up for a bit. Did you miss anything interesting? Yeah, they changed Castaway Hill to, like, Journey's End, which is very stupid.
ああいや、
They're getting
心
rid
配
of a
しな
lot
く
of
ても
the
ちゃんとした部屋
nautical
だぞ。
terminology
そこらの
and
安
shit.
宿よりはいくらもマシだって保証する。
What's up with the Jeff Bezos rockets on the pillar design? Yeah. Okay, hold up. Pause 1 second. I wouldn't have even noticed that, but somebody had to have realized what this looks like, right? How did that make it through? How did this filigree make it through? That's just... That is just a dick on the wall. That is 100% a penis. It's just not even remotely. What else could that possibly be? We're in ancient Greece, it's just how they did things? You know what? True. Actually, we're in modern Greece. It's just how they do things there. Man, I need to actually get familiar. Bottom looks like a mechanical pen nib. I need to get more familiar with, like, Mediterranean and European banter so that I can, like, talk shit. Because it's not fair that they get to have all of the fun bands, right? Like, you know, you watch, like, a Trackmania stream, and you see, like, Swedes and Norwegians talking mad shit about each other. And I want to be able to do that. That part of ancient Greece is greatly exaggerated? Yeah, I know. It is massively exaggerated. People underplayed it at first and then massively overplay it now. Lots of historical context is taken away, and a lot of modern norms for what constitutes closeness and or affection are overlaid. That isn't to say that there weren't, like, homosexual relationships then, but a lot of, like, people would consider, like, a lot of, even modern Middle Eastern male friendships to be, like, questionably gay by Western standards. Like, a lot of hugging your homies and kissing them on the cheeks and shit. Fucking each other in good night. Last one I made up. Oh, you don't need to worry, it's a nice room. Better than getting a cheap hotel around here.
元々の利用者には、研究で忙しくしてたやつや、調査から帰国したやつが多かったからさ、よく仮眠するって言って部屋に引っ込んでいったんだ。
Wait, that's great. Is it a... Wait, this is great flavor. And most of the people who used to use them were incredibly busy with their research, or were like, yeah, incredibly busy with research, or were coming back from, like, long surveys. So you would often hear people just... It's like, the way that he describes this here, you might translate it to something like, you would often hear people, like, stumble in here and like, mumble out, I'm gonna go take a nap. Like, it's coming to the... ... hit. That paints a very fun picture. Like, you would just be here, that somebody would come, just kind of stumble through the door and just be like, I'm gonna go take a nap. And just wander off into the nap room. That's great.
そのせいで、ナップルームって呼ばれてたわけさ。大抵、仮眠にならずに寝過ごすことになるんだけどな。
Yeah, that's why it ended up getting called the nap room, even though, you know, often people would, they would end up taking a bit longer than just a nap. You know, it wouldn't be just a nap, they would end up oversleeping a lot. Okay, this is fun. I like
ナッ
that.
プルームに行きたいときは、俺に声をかけてくれれば、案内するよ。
And if you ever want to go to the nap room, just ask me and I'll bring you in there.
それ
Yeah.
じゃあ、私はメインホール。
Okay. I'll be waiting in the main hall. I really like the flavor of this place. Very comfy. Ooh. This might be... Is this the fastest, like, etherite to then get to an inn? Sweet.
オレオ、おかえり。どう？このまま、ナップルームで休む？
Yeah, like, the way that this dude talks is very distinctive. Oh, welcome back. You wanna take a rest in the nap room? Okay, let me ask you about the nap room.
仮眠部屋って意味なんだよね。もともとは研究なんかで徹夜続きだった人
Okay,
とか
pretty much he tells you
調
the
査から
same
戻っ
thing.
だから初めて中に入った人は少し驚くかもね。壁の至るところに前の滞在者のメモや研究記事、それから他の利用者への伝言なんかも貼ってあるんだ。
Okay, it was like mostly used by researchers. Yeah, so the first time you go in there for the first time, you might be a little bit surprised. There's notes and memos, like plastered all over the walls, and like messages to other people who use the room.
なんで剥がさないかって、まあ、ここを使う人は毎度おなじみの顔ぶれが多いからね。
Now, why didn't we take them off? There are a lot of like familiar faces
それに、
involved.
ほら、
You know,
も
like
う
a
会
lot
え
of
ない
people, we
人
all
たち
knew
の
each
メ
other
モを
very
見る
well.
と、ついさっきまでここにいたような感覚がしちゃってさ、また戻ってくるような気がするんだ
Yeah,
よ
that's
ね。
really nice. Yeah, you know, if you look at the like notes left behind by the like people you can't meet anymore, or like you won't ever see again, you know, it still feels like they were just there. You know, and it feels like they might like come back any minute. It's
あ、
you
そう
know,
そう、仮眠部屋なんて呼ばれてるけど、サラサラで清潔なベッドは
emotional.
保証するからね。そこは、俺が
Comfy.
管理人として頑張ってる。了解から、ゆっくり休みな。シーツもカバーもサラサラに整えてあるから、好きなだけ頬ずりするといいよ。
Alright, apparently we've got very fresh, we got nice fresh sheets. But yeah, you've got like posters, you got some... That's fewer notes than I thought there would be. On the walls. Very comfy though. Promotional art on the walls. Got a little blackboard. Very comfy. So wait, somebody seriously just put up like a bitchin' poster in the communal nap room, and everybody else just decided, hell yeah. That's rad. Okay, that's cool. You got like the little notes on the bed there, presumably you got little messages to each other and stuff. That's a very nice little attention to detail. I like that. Well, it's not really a dorm, it's So I can't imagine that most of these are going to be like students. The Baldessian Institute is like a research institute. Like these are... It's a nap room for like professionals. It is a real thing.
ナップルームにたくさん張り紙がなかったか？前に滞在したやつが研究に関係する記事やメモを貼ってそのままってことがよくあったんだよ。
And there are a lot of posters stuck up on the wall in the nap room, right? Yeah, people who used to stay there, like, who use the place often, put, like, up articles and, memos related to the research, and you left them up there?
時々、他の利用者への文句や面白い本を置いていったやつへの例なんかも貼られててさ。
Yeah, occasionally there were, like, complaints directed at, other people who use the room, and, or, like, messages leaving behind people, like, thanking people for leaving behind good books.
今見ると少し寂しくなりそうだ。バルデシオン委員会の未来のことも少しずつ考えていかなくちゃな。
So this sabishi is kind of hard to translate. Like, technically it's lonely or, right? But it's kind of like, you know, it makes, like, looking at it now, it makes me feel... I mean, you could say, like, you know, looking at it now, like, it makes me miss them. Like, makes me feel a bit lonely. We really do need... It isn't quite nostalgic, because it is specifically sad. Right? Like, you're looking up at the walls, seeing the notes from a lot of these people who, like, died in the, I believe it was, like, Ultima blew up, like, an Ultima-style attack thing blew up the island of Vol. I don't actually know, I didn't... Vol, whatever. I didn't actually do Eureka, so I don't know what happened. But, you know, a lot of these people are dead or missing. So you see all of these, you know, mundane, everyday sort of notes by people, like, leaving behind the, you know, things saying, like, hey, if you're gonna use the room, like, don't take the damn covers off the pillow, or, like, hey, whoever used this last, you know, spilled some tea on the sheets. And it makes you miss them. Eureka stream when? Literally never. Based on the way people have described it to me, it's like 80 hours of gameplay with 30 minutes of story interspersed. I'll eventually do the actual gameplay portion of it, and maybe, like, play back some of the cutscenes. But fuck no, I'm not doing Eureka on stream, man. Sounds like hell. Let me just repair up all this shit. Eureka stream would be god-awful. Yeah, dude, hang on, let me just, like, stream Palace of the Dead runs. Or, ooh, who wants to watch, like... What is it even called in English? Hold up. Can you even queue up for it from here? Like, the firmament or whatever, just go around in a circle collecting stuff? For like 8 hours to get a couple of gatherer levels? Yeah, dude. That's that good shit. Diadem? Oh, yeah. I don't remember what it's called in Japanese either. Every single one of the, like... all of the gatherer levels that I did while, like, extremely sick. And I just, like, literally physically could not sleep. And I don't know what possessed me to do it, but I was like, I'm gonna do gatherer and crafter for, like, 16 hours straight. And then I never did it again. Oh, no. If we were going to... There is no way in hell Michael would ever want to sit down and do, like, a Final Fantasy XIV stream, especially if it involved gameplay. I think that he would, like, if you would have to threaten him physically. And even then, he would pull, like, you know, a Vietnam or something and shoot himself in the foot with a 9mm or something to get out of it. Like, ah, shit, dude, can't make the stream, just shot myself in the foot. Going to the hospital. Everyone's gonna be here soon? Let's wait here. Okay. Orienje is last. My apologies for being late. It's fine. So, we're all here then. We're all here now. Now then, Let me begin.
私たちの目標はテロフォロイの陰謀を阻止すること。それにつながる情報が得られそうな手段として現状2つの調査があるの。
Okay. Our present goal is to stop terrorist schemes. And presently there are two, like, methods that we'll be utilizing to gain relevant information. Or it's like there's two potential routes, maybe.
1つ目、これはみんなも知ってるシャーレアンの異変。哲学者議会が不可解な動きをしているって件ね。
The first is, as all of you know, the strange happenings in Sharlaying. The Philosopher's Parliament is, like, they're up to something inexplicable.
あの議会は国民から選ばれた99人の議員からなるんだけど、それだけいれば外交についての考え方も当然いろいろあるわ。
The parliament consists of like 99 members selected by the people, elected by the people. And with that many people, of course, there are many different opinions as to Okay. Yeah, so considering the raw numbers there's going to be varied opinions on, like, diplomacy, foreign policy.
例えばライブラリアンと呼ばれる一派は歴史の記録者に徹することを重要視して徹底的な不干渉を進めている。
Wait, that's cool. That's kind of basic, but it's kind of cool. Okay. Yeah, for example, the group, the faction known as the Librarians, place extreme importance on being, like, recorders or witnesses of history, and thoroughly advocate for absolute non-interference with foreign affairs. What do they call these guys in English? They're called the Librarians. That's a cool name. That's a cool name. Are you fucking kidding me? What is this? I'm sorry, what? Bibliothek? Librarian, but in faux Greek. So here's the thing. There's probably going to be some people who are like, oh, what's the problem? It's a katakana loan word, meaning that it's like a foreign word in Japanese, right? So you would use Latin and English, but no. The thing is that they just think that librarian sounds cool, and it does here. You can just say librarian. It's cool. It's already cool. Whereas, like, bibliotheques sounds very not cool.
一方で他国との協力に前向きな議員もいるわ。 ルイゾワ様やうちのガラフおじいちゃんに近い考え方ね。
On the other hand, there are legislators who are like positive towards or are inclined towards cooperating with foreign nations. You know, those who think similarly to Duizo or I don't remember. Is Uchino Godofu? Is this her actual? Yeah, like grandfather? And my own grandpa, Godofu?
Tada, 今回エオルゼアからの要請を断った件については、派閥も主張も関係なく、みんな協力できないの一点張り。
Ooh. So, 協力できない. That's very important. The fact that that's put into quotes is very important. However, in regards to refusing Eorzea's request, or like appeal, this time everyone, like, yeah, all, everyone, regardless of, like, faction or, like, personal opinion, everyone says the exact same thing: we cannot help. Or we cannot help, we cannot cooperate. That being in quotes is very important. It's dekinai. Dekinai is... It's a lot stronger in Japanese. Here, like, you might say, like, you know, at this time we're not going to, we're of the opinion that we're not going to do so. But if they're saying, like, we can't do this, then that implies that there's, like, another reason why they can't. It means, like, it's not necessarily that they don't want to, but that it is literally not possible. I really want to check. So the English for this one is, despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. That is not what he said. In the Japanese, she's saying, like, she went around to people who would ordinarily be cooperative, and they all said the exact same thing. Which is, we cannot help. Not like, oh, we'd like to, but it's difficult at this time, just, we can't. That's very important.
気になったのは、その中に、今は他にすべきことがあるという口ぶりの人が少なからずいたことよ。
Again, this is in quotes. This is so important that you leave this in quotes. I don't know why this is a thing that happens so often. We've seen it in, like, I've seen it in so many games so far, where things that get put into quotes in Japanese are not put into fucking quotes in English. I don't know why. It's not that hard. Like, okay, these brackets, these little squiggly looking little bracket things are quotation marks in Japanese. This is indicating a direct, like, this is indicating a quote. So, and it's often also used just for emphasis. Like, in the same way that you might use them in English, like to put quotes around things that are particularly important. Or to, you know, imitate somebody specifically emphasizing something when they talk, right? You know, like saying, instead of saying like, oh, there's a different methodology that we can use, versus someone saying like, there's a different methodology that we could use, right? You can hear the quotation marks. So, this line is, the thing that like bothered me about that, or the thing that I noticed the most was, there were many people amongst those who said, there are other things that we need to do right now. And the, like, there are other things that we must do right now should be in quotes. Meanwhile, in the English, even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance. You didn't put it in quotes. You didn't put it in quotes. So, these two things in the Japanese are supposed to line up to create the obvious, like, intrigue here. Everyone said, we can't help, and a lot of people said, there are other things that we must do right now. You put those two together. Those are two quotes that you should put together.
古篠さんの言葉もそうだった。まるで終末ってものを理解した上で別の行動を選んでいるかのような。
Ooh, this is an interesting line. Okay. The first section of the game is not suddenly as boring as I found in the English, because there's no intrigue. I mean, that happens a lot. It's happened in, like, basically every expansion, where they are very specific to set things up. And I mean, sometimes there isn't really a ton going on. Like, Stormblood had not a lot of meat on the bones. You kind of saw where things were going. But, like, here, what Grahatia says here is, like, what Furushino said in Britannia was more or less the same. So, まるで終末ってものを理解した上で別の行動を選んでいるかのような。This is why I think that, like, I kind of picked up on the whole. He was saying, like, there is another apocalypse that we need to deal with. I think it was like, you know, aragau beki, like what we ought to fight. And again, the Japanese in the previous line was like, hokani subeki. The beki there being like something that we ought to do. It's the same word. That's setting up for all of that shit. But まるで終末ってものを理解した上で this might be me reading into it a little bit too hard because I think I've already got a read on what's happening. But it's 終末ってもの。終末ってもの。ってものを理解した。So, this to me reads as, it's like he knows, like, it's precisely because he knows what the apocalypse is that he's choosing to do something entirely different. But it's like, you know, he knows what he knows about the apocalypse and is choosing to do something completely different than us. But that shumatsu temono o, that can mean like there's a little bit of a double there. So Grahatia, he doesn't have I would say that Grahatia doesn't have an exact idea at this moment in time that there's like another apocalypse that is currently presently going on. But he's setting up the idea here. They're setting it up.
そこを私だけじゃなくみんなの力を借りて調べたい。
So,
それが
the thing
一
is
つ目
that
の
I'm
調査で
probably... You have to take what I'm saying there with a bit of a grain of salt, because I think that this is a case where... there is probably a case of my own personal bias there. You know, where I'm choosing to internalize this a little bit more literally than it's actually reading as. Because to me, it's coming across as very obvious foreshadowing. But, like, 終末ってものを理解した上で No, I mean, I can't really see it being read any other way. If Dak was here, or, like, a native Japanese speaker, that could be potentially interesting. Hang on, let me ping... Let me see if my brother is up anyway. I've sent him a message. We'll get back to that. But I mean, I'm assuming I've already had it like more or less confirmed that I'm right about the concept. I don't know exactly what it is that's going on. I got some ideas, like some pet theories as to what I think the, like, this greater outside threat that's going on in the setting is. Because, I mean, they were setting up pretty hard for there being a greater outside threat than Zodiark and Hydaelyn to begin with. Because otherwise you wouldn't need to have Zodiark or Hydaelyn. But, you know, when Alfino and Alice's dad shows up and says, you know, I can't remember the exact line, but it was like, you know, Sharlaying ga haragau beki shumatsu de wa nai, or something like that. You know, it might have been a bit too explicit, but I would have wanted to translate that line something closer to like, this may be your apocalypse, but it is not our apocalypse. Rather than like him saying in the English something like, if it were truly the end of days, we would know it. Because he did kind of say like, this is not the apocalypse that Sharlayan ought to be resisting, which pretty heavily implies that there is another one. Right? Like, if somebody says, this isn't what we should be focusing on right now, then that implies that there is something else that they should be focusing on. So him wording it that way sort of, like, showed his hand a little bit. It's very similar to the thing that was entirely removed in ARR with the Shitotaru Mono thing. Like, the Asians saying that they needed to, like, evolve people into true humans, or that which can be finally called human. If you were here for that one, okay. Which was entirely removed from ARR. But them saying that people needed to become Shitotaru Mono implies that they are not currently that. So if they need to become that which can be called human, then they are not presently that which can be called human. There's something fundamentally missing from that. And so that was how I kind of like predicted some of the soul split stuff with that. Because it's actually set up, but they just got rid of that term entirely in the English. Oh, Michael is typing at me. Oh, what do you want? Okay, here's the, here, let me give you the line. Let me paste it in here. So basically, to me, this line reads as, here, and then let me get you the English there. So, to me, that 週末ってもの reads as, like, staying, like, it's as if, you know, it is precisely because he understands what the apocalypse is. Like, you know, he knows what the apocalypse is and is choosing to do something completely different. So, the bit here was that previously he had said, like, oh, the apocalypse that you are describing is not one that Sharlaying ought to fight. Which sort of implies that there is another apocalypse going on that they should be doing something about. But it is not this one. Whereas the English doesn't seem to carry that meaning at all. And they just kind of make it seem as though they're just denying that there is an apocalypse going on at all. Like, to me, this very heavily makes it sound like Grahatia is indicating that he thinks that he knows that they know about some other apocalypse. And so the English is just getting rid of that context. You know, there's some sort of, like, fucked up, weird outside context problem going on right here. That these nerds know about that we don't. They're all busy doing some other shit. But yeah. I thought I might have been being, like, a little bit too literal with that, but I mean, it seems pretty obvious subtext here. Yeah, having fully understood what the end of the world entails, it's as if he's chosen a separate course of action entirely. Yeah. That's more or less what I was thinking. Like, he's indicating that he knows what the apocalypse is. Like, his understanding of it, he has one, and is choosing the course of action that he's choosing as a direct result of that knowledge. Meanwhile, the English is, Fortunal's refusal in Gardenia had the same undertones. It was as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he'd simply turned away to pursue something more important. That makes it seem as though there is a singular apocalypse and he's turning away from it. That's the opposite of what's being said. Like, this is just directly opposite. He's not turning away from the impending doom, he's turning towards the impending doom that he sees, is what's being implied here. Well, I mean, yeah, it's just like, what's the intrigue, if, in the English version? It doesn't, like, there is no intrigue, it just makes them seem dumb. It's like, oh, the end of the world is coming, they're all turning away to do something else. Whereas the Japanese is saying, like, oh no, it seems like they have some information that we don't, and there might be something actually more important going on. Especially considering that they said that everybody said that they could not help. That it was impossible for them to do so. Not that they were just refusing, but that it was, they were citing that it was not possible. Missing the context of someone implying that the end of the world might be something we don't understand? Yeah. In the English, they have said multiple times, though, that it seems as though, like, they're stubbornly refusing to acknowledge the apocalypse. Whereas in the Japanese, they're saying that they understand that there is an apocalypse. Yeah, 終末ってもの. I don't know, when, like, people were telling me that their read of the English was that they thought that, like, Sharlayans were just kind of being, like, doomsday deniers. We're just kind of going la la la, it's not the end of the world, I don't believe you. As opposed to, like, you know, this is like your apocalypse, whatever, it isn't ours. We got our own shit to deal with that is far more important. Like, this is, the thing that you are calling the apocalypse is not the apocalypse. Instead of saying that in the English, they had to say, like, if the end of days were truly upon us, we would know. Which is wrong. They do, the end of days is upon them. Actually, hold up. Before you go, this is, I'll grab the actual, line from, that he said in, Shadowbringers. Because Dak was kind of split on it, too. Because the foreshadowing was, like, I was right about it. But, the question is whether, like, how explicit it actually is. Okay, so here is the English for the line, real quick. Actually, I can't put that into YouTube chat, it's too long. Okay. 1 second. And I know I'm taking a very long time on this, but it is kind of important to set this up, because this is like the big intrigue. For the expansion. So, this is the line that Alfino and Alice's politician father says when they're talking about, like, oh, like, we're facing the apocalypse, Sharlayan has to help. And he says, the final days, pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know. Versus, this is the Japanese. 週末、いや、このものは、人同士の、さまつの小競り合いに過ぎない。我々シャーレアンが抗うべき週末ではないのです。Like我々シャレアンが抗うべき週末 to me very, very clearly indicated that they're, like, if this one is not 抗うべき週末 then there is, like, 抗うべき週末 does exist. It's a thing that isn't this one seems to imply that there is another one. Whereas the English really doesn't actually read like that. Yeah, they're saying they have a different idea of what the apocalypse is. Right. Apparently, yeah, nobody really got that read from the English. The English tries to imply that it's like, you know, they have an understanding of what the apocalypse is, but it's not here yet. Whereas the Japanese seems to, like, the Japanese implies that it is here, and that they're currently doing something about it, more specifically. Show Michael the pillar? Oh yeah, that's also very important. Hey Michael, what is this, this symbol was on the, wall, in the Baldessian annex here, and, please let me know what you see. This was debate. What is this symbol? This is very important. flatworm, obviously. Oh, okay. You know, to me it was a dick and balls, but, you know, to each their own. No, it was not actually important. It was just that we looked over at the walls and the filigree kind of looked like a dick. That was it. It's not actually important. But yeah, to me, considering the context of everything that was going on, it seemed like pretty clear setup or foreshadowing of, hey, wait a second, he wouldn't have said it that way if they weren't going with that for the expansion, right? Like, he would not have said, 我々シャーレアンが抗うべき終末ではないのです if there wasn't another one going on. It's just like, hey, sometimes foreshadowing is relatively obvious. That is all. Yeah, it might not be, like, immediately going on, but it's at least close. Considering the setup. Yeah, they know of one and it ain't this. That is all. Get back to whatever it is, whatever it was that you're doing, like editing videos or whatever. Thank you. Back to the mines. Anyway, back to the actual game here. Yeah, that's the, like, first route of investigation, I'd like everyone's assistance with.
2つ目は、つい先日、バルデシオン委員会に届いた、ある依頼に関する話なの。
Ooh. The second is a request. Regarding a... Or the second is... regards a request that the Baldessian Committee received recently.
そもそもうちは世界各地にある未解明なものを研究する組織よ。異物や異光、魔法なんかをね。
Maho Nanka. I'm sorry. Did she just hit me with a Maho Nanka? Did I just get hit with magic and stuff? We were originally an organization that researches the, like, the unknown or, like, unexplained mysteries of the world. Like, relics and ruins, magic, things like that,
だからこそ
etc.
排他的になりがちなシャーレアンの組織の中でも外とのつながりが特に強い。各地に共同研究者や協力者がいるの。
And that's why, even though, you know, Sharlaying institutions tend to be, more or less isolated, the Baldessian Committee had more strong ties to the outside world. And we have, like, there's associated researchers and collaborators all over the world. Everywhere. Oh, great. We're going to Peru.
サベネア島に住む錬金術師のニッターナ。
Nidana. Okay, the person in contact was an alchemist who lives on, like, Sabena. Savanea Island to the south?
どうやらあちらにも塔が出
You going to
現して
India? God damn it.
異形の晩神が呼び出されて
I
いる
thought
み
people
たい
said
な
it was
の。
Peru. Okay, a tower has appeared over there, and the form title has been summoned. Okay. Savanea? Wait a second, what was in Japanese?
サベネア島を領有するラザハン。
Savanea?
その長にあたる
Yeah,
大
that's
種の
that's
使
right
女
around
の
right.
こと。錬金術師たちが塔の攻
That
略
comes
法を
up
探して
later
い
in
るそう
Dawntrail.
よ。
Bro, I feel like I'm gonna need... I need to have, like, I need to build like a Michael Reeves style robot that just sprays me in the face if I pull up the, like, Garland tools or the English wiki for the entirety of Dawntrail. Otherwise, I will just be screaming at the screen about, like, second promise and shit like that, man. Need medication on hand for Dawntrail? Fucking hell, yeah. Right, dude? Where did they even come up with the whole promise thing? It's so nonsensical. It just sounds awful. Like, what society is actually going to say, oh, she is the first promise? Who the fuck is gonna say that, willingly? Like, you would think at some point somebody would be like, man, this sounds really dumb. This sounds really dumb. Maybe we should call it something else. Yeah, like, I saw the Japanese comments about it. There were a lot of very funny ones. What was the... Hatch posted one, though, semi-recently that was very, very funny. Was it like, the Damachi? I really want to find it because it was very funny. Yeah. Yeah. 人の心が、生み出す最悪の脅威って間違いなく、騎士団と、ライターの心が生み出したラマチのことだよ。Like, the greatest threat born from the hearts, like, created from the human mind is unmistakably, Damachi, which is the, like, Japanese nickname for Woklavat, created by... Oh, that's Yoshida. You know, Yoshida and the writers. Describing it as, like, the greatest, like, existential threat. The greatest evil born from the hearts of men is Wuklavat. Good bit. Oh, that's just the actual character name? Damati? Or is that like an in-game nickname? That's great. Okay, so like Dazahan, I guess, is like the nation here that controls the island. Oh wait, no. That's his name. Okay, never mind. What am I talking about? Snapping your fingers to your attention. Jingly keys. Okay. Oh, Dazahan is the city, never mind. Okay, the leader, like the governor of Dazahan, under the direction of the governor of Dazahan, which controls Sabanea Island. Like the alchemists have been instructed to attempt to find a way to gain control of the tower.
かの地の錬金術といえば非常に古い歴史を持ち、ウルダハ式とは異なる体系を有している。
Would, bring it under control. Regarding that land's alchemy, it has a very long and storied history and differs very heavily from the alchemy practice in Noldaha. Satrap? What the fuck is a satrap? Is that like a... I'm assuming that's going to be an Indian term. Oh no, it's a Persian term. Huh? But... that doesn't... Huh? Why would you use... Is the place supposed to be, like, Persian-styled at all? What? Like, okay, the Japanese one was, just Taishu. This was the Japanese title for the ruler. So, not that. I don't know why they're so insistent on doing this. It's very weird. I know we're not making much progress, but this is all like very... This is very important, like, tonal establishment. This is like the big establishing quest for the entire rest of the expansion. They gave all the... Oh, no. Actually, wait a second. I'm moderately familiar with that. Like, if they give these characters in Japanese accents, I would probably know which one they're trying to indicate. Because, like, there are a decent amount of, like, Indian immigrants in Japan. And so there is a stereotypical, or really more just, like, typical style of, like, the style of Japanese that, Indians speak in Japan. They speak normalized Kanto? Oh, no. Okay, they, might have, like, views or insights regarding the tower that, differ from Eorzea or the East. These aren't spoiler images, they're just screenshots of the place.
その研究の
Yeah,
た
I
めに
mean, okay,
できるだけ
that's
先頭に立てた
that's fairly
光の加護を
explicit.
持つ人を紹介してほしいという依頼だ
Really
ったわ。
cool. Very visually striking area. I really like the color scheme of the second one. Very comfy. Alright. Like, it seems like they've got some sort of plan in the works. Okay. Oh, shit. Like, for the sake of their research, I was asked to, introduce them to someone skilled in combat possessing the Blessing of Light. Hmm. Oh, shit.
手分けをするとしたら、あなたにはサベネア島へ行ってもらうべきかしら。
So they are doing this to me. They are doing this to me. I got to spend 5 seconds in Sharlaying and now I'm going to Peru. I'm getting sent to Brazil. Great. Great. It's Stormblood all over again! Okay, so if we're going to split our forces, it would be best for you to go to Savenea Island.
週末に関わることだから、シャーレアンの調査にも加わってほしいところだけれど。
Okay, since it relates to, like, the apocalypse, I would have liked for you to have, joined us in the investigation in Sharlaying.
そうなのよね。
And you could say that again. It was like I would have liked for you to join in that as well. It's like, so they're split on which one I should do, and which one I should do
忙
first.
しくさせちゃって申し訳ないけれど、あなたにはどちらにも手を貸してもらえると嬉しいわ。順番はお任せするから。
Oh, we're doing the same thing that we got to do in, Damn. We're doing the same thing that we got to do in Shadowbringers. Fuck. So it's like, do we rip off the Band-Aid right now, or do we save the... How bad is it? I think this is quite a lot of work for you, but... would like it if you would be able to assist with both. So we'll leave the order up to you.
ありがとう。それじゃあ、他のみんなの割り当てを決めておくわね。
Thank you. Okay, let's decide on what everyone else is going to be doing. Rip it off now. Oh, okay, 1 second. I needed to... My chat was frozen for a second there. Let me see if I can get it to refresh. Okay. Still salty over Necron. God, that one's hilarious. Do you want to go to India? Do you want to become a farmer? It's fucking terrible. Rip it off now. Let's get it over with. Okay. We'll do that then. Okay. Gonna decide on what everybody else is gonna be doing.
調査については引き続き私が。それから現地を持っている人の協力が欲しいの。
Yep, I'll continue to do my investigating in Sharlaying. I'd like the assistance of... Huh. It's interesting that she's specifically calling out, like, you know, someone who holds the position of sage. You know, I'd like the assistance of, you know, sages. Are they still going with Archon in English for this? Anytime they say Kenjin?
閲覧できる資料を増やしたいということね。いいわ。私が協力する。
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so this is just like an actual degree or rank. Yeah, you want to increase the scope of like documents that you have available to you? That's fine, I'll assist.
そういうことなら俺も調べ物ならそれなりに力になれそうだしな。
In that case, I'll join you as well. You're looking for like research materials. I should be able to be of some help.
If
it's quite alright, would you be okay with Alize and I joining you on that as well?
お父様や哲学者議会が何を考えてるのか少しでも知りたいの。
I want to know anything that I can about. We want to know anything that we can about what our father or the Philosopher's Parliament are up to. Well, it's more like it's more what they're thinking. Like, what are they thinking, doing what they're doing? Okay, of course. Glad to have you on board. Okay, that's how they're pronounced. Sabenia. Okay, so the rest of us will go go check things out on the island of Sabenia. You alright with that?
ああ、サベネア島なら帝国に潜入した時に経由したからな。案内できるほどじゃないが、多少は土地勘がある。
Yeah, I actually went through Sabenia Island during my infiltration of the Empire. I'm not familiar enough with the place to be able to show you around, but it wouldn't be my first time going there.
そいつは頼もしい。ならこっちは俺とお前。それにウリエンジェで決まりだな。
Yeah, that'll be a great help. So then, it's so then me, you, and Urienjo will be heading over there, right?
じゃあ依頼の詳細をまとめたものをこの後サンクレットさんに渡すわね。
Okay. Thancred will give you a summary of the particulars of the request afterwards. Like, just gonna get him all the details.
それぞれの調査が終わったらまたこの
Okay, we're gonna meet back up here after we're done with our individual tasks. Wish you all the best of luck. So we're just ripping the band-aid off and we're going to Sabenia. Is there anything of actual importance there, or can I go like hella skim mode?
哲学者議会に隠れた思惑があるとして一筋縄では暴けないだろう。どうにかして彼らの考えに
他国に友好的な議員でさえエオルゼアへの協力を異論もなく拒むだなんてやっぱり絶対おかしい。
There's something very weird going on. Even the legislators who are like favorable towards foreign nations are refusing to cooperate with AOSA. Something weird's going on.
哲学
Okay. Gurari? Gurari? Wait, you're telling me that India's the good part? Okay, wait, hold up. I need somebody who isn't Patch to tell me which one is the one that sucks. Because Patch will attempt to mislead me. I can't trust a word out of his mouth. Introduces a key part. Those words are an abomination.
しかし、サベネア島
Okay, so this one sucks. They're both eyed. Do you want to go on a sick-ass adventure with Tancred, Orientia, and Estinian, or do you want to go do fucking farm work? Matt, which one is worse? Which one should I do first if I wanted to get the bad one out of the way? Labyrinthos is the worst one. Will be better lore. Avnera is my favorite part of the expansion. Okay, I will leave it to chance. Hold up, wait a second. I don't even have a card to flip. Or I don't have a coin, rather. Why did I say card? Actually, though, that is a good idea. I will take my driver's license and flip it into the air and see if it lands heads or tails. That has a poll function? I think. I don't actually remember how you do that. How do you do that? Can you do that? Let me see. How do you do that? Bling the license? It's only half of each on. Okay, that's I will actually do that then. Okay, so heads we go to Peru/Brazil. Tails we do Sharlaying. We're going to Brazil. Peru, Brazil is in Dawn Trail Re. I mean, I'm just saying it isn't like we're going to... We're getting sent off to the middle of fucking nowhere. Okay, also, Gurari is like... Gurari. It's like Savania Island in upheaval or something. Like, Gurari is to be like shaking violently. I don't know if they're actually gonna have, like, earthquakes and shit, but they might.
クルルから依頼内容を記した指示書を預かった。いつでもサベネア島に出発できるぞ。
Okay, I got the information from Kururu with the details of the request. Ready to leave for Savenia Island at any time.
俺はともかくお前たちはどうやって行くつもりだ？ここからサベネア島まで船を使うとなると相当な時間がかかると思うが。
Okay, like how are you guys planning on getting there? If we were to take a boat from here to Savenia Island, it would take a pretty damn long time.
ああ、それについてもクルルから指示があってな。 転送魔法研究所の協力を取り付けてあるから訪ねてみろ、とのことだ。
Kururu's briefing had information about that as well. We've arranged the help of the like Institute of, or like the Institute of Transfer Magic Research. I don't know exactly what you would go with for that.
転送魔法研究所ですか。
転送魔法研究所。研究所。I mean, you would probably just say like Teleportation Magic Research Institute. Teleportation Magic Research Institute.
まあ、お前にとっては顔を出しにくい場所かもしれないがな。
Yeah, it might not want to be a place that you necessarily want to go back to. Oh?
あなたは覚えておいででしょうか。かつて、氷の巫女が、スノークローク代表壁から逃走する際に、天位先のエーテライトを止めることで、追っ手を阻んだことを。
Oh no. Oh no. I see where they're going with this. That's where Mufrida came from. So, Uriansha shows up, like, Mufrida goes over to Eorzea to help out Uriansha, and then she doesn't come back. Eesh. Do you remember? Maiden of Ice, Ice Priestess, escaped from the, like, Great Ice Wall, and Snow Cloak. She, blocked us by, like, blocking the Aetherite she used to flee.
その対策のために呼ばれたのが、ムーンブリダでした。彼女自身は、エーテル学を専門としていましたが、知識を的確に転送網の再形成に活用してみせた。
You only delay the inevitable vegetable counting minigame? I mean, I'll put that off for as long as I can. And the one we called to assist us with that was Mumbrida. She was, yes, expert in, etherology, expert. Specifically, however, like, utilized her knowledge to reconfigure the like, ether teleportation network. Like she tried to do it.
相応の事情があったのです。彼女のご両親は、転送魔法研究所で働く研究者なのですから。
Oh no, that's even worse. And she had her reasons for doing so. It's, her... Like, it's, why she specialized in what she did. Her parents are both researchers who work at the, Teleportation Magic Research Institute.
お前、こっちに着いてから、挨拶には行ったのか？
Have you, gone to see them since you came here?
先ほどの自由時間の際、伺おうと試みましたが、行き地のないことにできませんでした。
Damn! 育児のないことね。The way Uriansha talks is ridiculous, but... what do you go with for that in English? And during our, like, previous free time, I, attempted to go and, visit. However, it isn't just courage. It's like... it is kind of like I was unable to on account of my own cowardice, maybe.
ご両親には彼女の訃報に際して手紙を送ったきり、折に触れて連絡を取ろうとは考えましたが、いずれも果たせずに終わっています。
Like I yeah, like on the occasion of her passing, I sent her parents a letter. However, I've considered like contacting them from time to time. However, I've been unable to bring myself to do so.
私はまだわからないのです。何を伝えればいいのか、どんな言葉ならこの心を表せるのか。
Damn. Like, this is probably the biggest character assassination in the game, honestly, other than... It's like him and Alfino are tied. Like... I'm not entirely sure whether or not this is, I think this is Arawaseru? Or Hyoseru? No, it has to be Arawaseru. Because Hyoseru doesn't work. Arawaseru. Like, Urienja is not like a... You know, according to my calculations, oh, this is very quite illogical. He's, like, the most emotionally driven character in the Dawn. Kind of by far. Like, he's the most sentimental-ass, emotional character in the group. This is like, I still just don't know. Like, what words I could what I could possibly say to convey what I to convey what I feel. Or like, you know, to convey what I truly feel. Like, kono kokoro o arawaseru is very descriptive and kind of romantic.
俺にはそのあたりの事情はわからん。行くか行かないかは自分で決めろ。
I'm not gonna... I don't know exactly what the, you know, circumstances are surrounding all of that, but you know, whether or not you're gonna go is up to you to decide. From what I remember off how bad they did Thancred talking about Lin while he's going up against Ranjit and Shadowbringers. Yeah, like, it's a thing that happens a lot. It isn't just male emotion, but it does happen more often to the male characters. But in general, like, these sort of affectionate, or I guess there's no other better word than tender, moments are very much removed. My best working theory is that they get embarrassed writing it. You know, like, they're uncomfortable with writing out lines like that. You know, like Minfilia. Like, they translated, Minfilia talking to, like, her last message to, Puramin as, like, thank you for everything, instead of, I love you. Like, that line to her should have been translated as, I love you. And they just, instead they went with, like, thank you for everything. It's bullshit.
無理ならこっちでどうにかするだけだ。
無理ならこっちでどうにかするだけだ。Like, if you can't, then we'll just make do.
お心遣いに感謝します。されど、ここに泊まるつもりはございません。共に転送魔法研究所へ参りましょ
う。It's too consistent for it to be really much else. Like, it really does just kind of feel like emotional immaturity. And feeling, like, embarrassed at the idea of writing down, like, sappy or whatever lines. And so they just change them. It's far too consistent. Like, my thanks for your consideration, however. I have no intention of staying behind here. Let's go.
だったら、出発だな。クルルから紹介されたのは、キットという研究員だ。転送魔法研究所で探してみるとしよ
う。Okay, then let's leave. We're supposed to meet with a, like, researcher named Kit. Let's look from there. Right. It definitely... People repeat the line that you need to be a good writer to be a good translator, but I mean, they're really not either, is the problem. And the thing is that you do need to have at least some amount of ability to, you know, write believable dialogue. But, you know, you're not rewriting anything, but you do have to at least be able to accurately convey what's there. Yeah, and, well, we were talking about, like, the stuff that was occurring in ARR and Heaven's Ward and shit. Like... Like, especially for this, you know, so many of the lines, between Urianger and Monbreda got removed, or changed into, like, insults and shit. When they just weren't in the Japanese. And especially, like, they quote-unquote fixed it, but the Moonbreda minion? Like, hold up, can I still just pull that up from here and get the, Yeah. Like this, even now, what this was changed to is nowhere near accurate to just how sentimental and really, like, beautiful the Japanese is. Like, here, I don't even know what the OCR is gonna pull up for it, but it is fairly long. Let me see. But dude, there are a couple of kanji here that I can never remember. Yeah, a magical doll, made in the image of Monbreda. Yeah, Ushinatte. Well, that was what it was originally, and then they changed it, but it's still wrong. The current one is still wrong. So this, like, that second line is very, very sad. Like, magic doll in the image of Monbreda. Urianger, like, apparently had been making it in secret to like, sort out the feelings that he only was aware of after, like, that he only realized after losing her. So顔が、素直を、yeah, like the gentle expression that the doll has perhaps reflects like the true face that she only showed to him. Or like, you know, her true self that she only showed to him. The current English is still wrong. It's all about Urianger's feelings. Like, Yasashige is like a gentle, you know, kind expression. They don't do any of this, like, they don't do the cynical, like, talking shit thing that they do. Because in the English, they're like, oh, I know a certain, like, researcher who would be, like, you know, who would yell at me for what I'm doing here. They do a bunch of that sort of shit with her, and with Urianger talking about her, but that just isn't there. They just kind of saw, like, strong female character and decided that she needed to be an asshole. Like, you all look quite the array of, like, stern faces. Did I do something? Did I do something wrong?
バルデシオン委員会のクルルの紹介できた。ここでサベネア島までの移動手段を提供してもらえると聞いたんだが。
We're with we came here on the instruction of Kururu from the Blessing Committee. I heard here we would be able to arrange transport to Savenea Island.
ああ、はいはい。実験台の人。
I'm sorry. Jikendai? I'm sorry, what? Oh, yes, the test subjects, the like lab rats. I've been waiting for you. Jikendai is sort of ridiculous. I'm not sure if you would go with like test subject, guinea pig, lab rat, one of those.
Oh, you
didn't? Oh, you didn't hear? You hadn't heard? Let me explain that.
私たちが研究している転送魔法。ああ、自分を移動させるときは転移魔法とも言うけど、指してるものは同じだし、
Oh my god, 転送魔法と転移魔法。That's fuck. What do you do for that? Those are technically two slightly different things. These are two different things, technically. So... So... What words do you use for these? It's like they're using two different words for movement or teleportation or transfer. Okay, you could say like we research, I guess you would have to say like transportation magic. I believe you refer to it as like transfer magic. More or less the same thing. You can just call it whichever one you prefer.
ともかく、それらの魔法は 自身を一時的にエーテル化して地脈や風脈といったエーテルの流れに乗せ目印であるエーテライトまで運ぶって仕組みなのさ。
Ah. Okay. In any case, the magic works by temporarily transmuting oneself into ether and then following a ley line, either terrestrial or etheric, I guess you would have to say, for chimyaku ya fumyaku. And reaching a with a etherite as your landmark, your goal. Jesus. So to explain, the chimyaku is earth vein, which is pretty much ley line, the veins of ether throughout the earth. But then they use another one here, which is referring to veins of ether flowing through the air, through the wind. Wait a second, I just checked, Hold up. In order to travel to an aetherite, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the life stream. Now they're back to calling them life stream? But... And... in the quest for... Huh? At the start of... the end of Shadowbringers, they weren't translating it to life stream. They did it something else, but now we're back to calling it live stream? Why? Yeah, at the end of Shadowbringers, they say ethereal current, not life stream. Now they're calling it life stream. Why? Please, keep things consistent. So wait, if you're playing in English, you must think that these are completely different things. You would have no way of knowing what they're talking about at any given point. It would make perfect sense if you would think that the life stream was a different thing from these ether currents. Yeah, it's a bit, it's scary at first, but once you get used to it, it's... Yeah, there's really no more convenient means of transport.
けど、エーテライトを用いた転送魔法にも一つだけ解決できていなかった課題
Is
があ
live
る
stream
んだ。
even a good translation of Final Fantasy VII? I don't think so. I don't know. I haven't actually played it, but I believe that one is also not live stream. But the thing is that in 14, they've called the live stream, they referred to the Sea of Stars as the live stream. They're referring now to the flow of ether through the planet as the life stream. Oh, it is literally live stream in Final Fantasy VII? Oh, okay. I didn't know. Life stream. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, that's live stream then. Now, there is one issue that is yet to be resolved with the Aetherite transfer magic.
ズバリ原則として一度交換したエーテライトにしか
Sea of Stars, what they call outer space in Endwalker Yen. I believe that that's actually accurate. It's like, I believe it is Hoshinoumi. Hoshinoumi. Like, Sea of Stars is actually correct for that one, but they haven't been doing that. It's been used a lot before, and they haven't translated it consistently. So there's like 5 different terms rolling around for it in the English. That is to say that in, like, fundamentally, one can only move to, or transport to Aetherites that they have personally visited at least once.
私たち転送魔法の研究者たちは長年その課題の克服に心血を注いできた。より自由に人や物が行き交う未来を目指してね。
We, like, I guess you would have to go with, like, transport magic. Researchers have, for many years, devoted our hearts and souls to overcoming this, this challenge. In the hopes of creating a future where, people can travel freely.
で、ついに完成したってわけ。事前の交換を必要としない新型のエーテライトだ。
And so, and we finally completed it. A brand new model of Aetherite that does not require any previous attunement.
それはすごいな。かなり画期的な発明なんじゃないか?
That's amazing. It's a pretty, that's a unprecedented invention, right?
いやー、まだどこへでも行けるってわけじゃないんだけどね。製造過程で関連付けを済ませてる新型エーテライト同士じゃないとダメなのさ。
Oh no, it's not like you can just go wherever you want it already. Transport can only be accomplished between these like new Aetherites that have been attuned to one another during manufacturing.
新型は1機がこの町のエーテライトプラザに置かれてて、もう1機がサベネア島のイエドリマンテ港町で試運転をしているところだよ。
Okay, one such model is located in Aetherite Plaza here. The other is in Hedorion on Savenea Island. That's where, like, they're undergoing
開発
testing.
にあたってラザハン錬金術師たちの力を借りたからね。あの国は中立国で古くから信仰もある UFO だし。
We were able to develop it with the assistance of the Razahan alchemists. They're it's a neutral nation. They've got like a long history of friendly relations with Sharlaying.
なるほど、読めてきたぞ。俺たちはその新型を使わせてもらえるってわけだな。
I see what we're getting at here. You want us to try out this new model.
だが、俺はちょっとした事故のせいでエーテルの制御がままならなくなっててな。正直、テレポすら怪しいところなんだ。
Yeah, however, I was in a bit of an accident and I can't control ether anymore. I'm assuming, wait, 正直テレポすら怪しいところ? Like, even teleport would be, like, is a bit sketchy for me.
ああ、心配いらないよ。新型エーテライト間の転移であれば、装置内に組み込まれた術式によって転移できるのさ。
Oh? Okay, they're just establishing this. Oh, you don't need to worry about that. like transfer between these new models of Aetheryte can be accomplished by like utilizing an apparatus built into the device itself. Like you don't need to do it manually.
あとはそんな大層な新発明を使う許可が俺たちに出ればいいが。
It's like that would be a dream come true. It would be like the best you could ask for. As long as we have like the authorization to use it, that would
そ
be
の点も心配なし。
that'd be
新
fantastic.
型エーテライトの機能を使ってくれる人は常に募集中だからね。
Oh, you needn't worry about that either. We're always looking for you know, people to test out the functionality of these new Aetherites.
ほら、転送魔法って事故っちゃうとひどいでしょ。永久に地脈の中をさまよう羽目になったりさ。
You don't just say that to people. Okay. The way that she's talking is sort of insanely casual about this. She says, I mean, after all, like, transport magic incidents are pretty damn bad, right? I mean, you might just get stuck wandering the ley lines forever after all.
だから試してくれる人が少ないんだよね。いやー、さすがバルデシオン委員会が紹介してくれた人たち。怖いもの知らずにグッドラック。
怖いもの知らずにグッドラックI'm a big fan of this archetype of this is actually like more accurate to what scientists are really like. Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah, that's why there really aren't that many people who are willing to try them out. But I mean, yeah, you know, the Baldessian people of the Baldessian committee really are something else, huh? This is like, you know, anyway, good luck. Go for it. Haha.
失礼、もう一つだけ質問を。本日、こちらに、ウィルフスン氏か、ブローウィダ氏はいらっしゃいますか？
Okay, yeah, the English there's... It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the life stream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. Where's the flavor? Everyone talks the fucking same! The JP is just like, you know, transportation magic accidents are really bad. Like, if something goes wrong, it's bad. So there's really not many people who want to try it out. Anyway, good luck. Like, they have her go like, oh, it's actually perfectly safe. In the statistically unlikely event. Whereas the JP is doing the, like... A lot of the people in Sharlaying have been portrayed this way, where they're kind of like, they're gung-ho researchers who probably should care more about, like, ethics and standards than they actually do. It's a good bit. Excuse me, if I may ask, is Wilson or Rovira present today? I'm assuming Wilson is the...
あのご夫妻ならうちの研究所を辞
Yeah,
めちゃったん
mad
だ。
scientist types?
優秀な人
Kinda.
たちだったから
They aren't like
別のチ
full
ームに
mad
引き抜か
scientists,
れ
but
たの
it's...
さ。
You know, she was definitely being more casual with that than she probably should. You know, she wasn't saying like, oh, in the statistically unlikely event. None of that was there. Like, oh, people are so irrationally afraid. No, they're very rationally afraid. The JP was saying like, yeah, you would be very smart to not want to do this. Unfortunately, the two of them have like resigned from the research institute. They've left the research institute. They're incredibly talented, so they were like scouted by another team.
噂によると、哲学者議会が直々に指揮を執ってる一大プロジェクトへの抜擢だとか、真偽のほどはわからないけどね。
Huh. Huh. I wonder what that big project that they're talking about could possibly be. Rumor has it that they were personally scouted for a, incredibly important project that the, yeah, they were personally scouted by the Philosophers Congress for an incredibly important project. Not entirely sure whether, yeah, it's like, 真偽のほどはわからないけどね. Not sure if that's true or not, though. The exclamation mark there is very good.
ありがとうございます。
Oh, I see. Thank you.
ささ、気が変わらないうちに、サベネアジオに
変わらないうちに。
出発の準備をして、エーテライトプラザで待っててね。
Now then, before you all start having second thoughts, let's get you over to the Savannah Island. Get ready to leave and meet me at the Etherite Plaza. Literally, like, before you change your mind, before you start having second thoughts. Before you realize how bad of an idea this is.
気持ちを切り替え、サベネア島の調査に集中いたします。かの地で島に抗う。
Let's go. I'm assuming this is not going to go well. Okay, like, listen to the way that this character talks. She's very, like, happy-go-lucky with this. Alright, we're all ready to go. It's the four of you going, right?
Yeah. 俺は現地で交換してるから自力で飛べる。
No, I'm already, tuned with the, Etherite on site. Well, I'm already tuned with the local Etherite, so I'll be going there on my own. She turns around at the dawn, they just notice a Boeing logo on her jacket. Oh no, we're all going to die. It's like, oh, we're down one test subject? Oh, that's too bad. Oh well. Alright then, could the three of you, line up over here then for me? I don't trust this at all. Alright, yeah, right there, so I'm going to start it up. Just try and relax, okay? Oh, I forgot to mention.
これで転移するとちょっとだけエーテル酔いがきついからお大事にね。
Okay. Like, teleporting from here is gonna be, like, gonna cause,ちょっとだけエーテル酔いがきついから。Well, like, okay, teleporting from here, like, the ether sickness, is gonna be kinda bad, so, take care. It's gonna, like, you know, watch out for that. Odaijini. We're just going to be, like, completely fucked up. We're gonna be... We're gonna have the worst jet lag known to man. Ooh, are we gonna get a little narrated section? Well, it was like, ちょっとだけきつい.
ラザハンの都を有するサベネア島。
Okay.
北上海の南東に浮かぶその豊かな島では、異種族同士の戦いと衝突が繰り返されてきた。
Okay, rich island floating in the southeast. Repeated battles, skirmishes between various races.
彼らの用いる錬金術のようだ。
Okay, the cultures blended together into its own, like, unique culture. Yeah, like their alchemy developed as well. Okay. Since, like, solidifying into a single nation is declared itself neutral. Huh. Wait a second. That was interesting. それを Hold up. Wait a second.
本当にどうにかできるのか?
So the fact that they had the voice there, like, freak out right as your vision blurred, I'm assuming that means that we've got Emmett Silk, like, palling around with us in, like, one of those crystals, kind of like you got yeah, they're not having a good time. Similar to how you had Albert palling around with you. Like, his voice was affected in the same way. Okay, that was an interesting line. I gotta pull that back up real quick. So they were talking about the island, but then it was... Huh. That's an interesting line. One second. Like, I'm not quite sure how you would translate this. Well, no, this wasn't a joke. The line here was... I don't think that's clear. I don't think that's really supposed to be like a bit. But also the line itself was interesting. It's like... And specifically, Emmett Silk said, Omae tachi. Like, that's a direct line to you. Like, so it was like on this vibrant island now being repainted with malice. Like, will you, can you, will you? 本当にどうにかできるのか? Can you really do anything about it? Or like, will you be able to fix it? Will you be able to solve it, stop it? That's interesting. Now, the English was, now across this violent isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance against such an insidious foe? Huh? Huh? What do you mean insidious foe? That doesn't make any damn sense. And stopping on Soreo and then, like, you know, getting hit with the ether thing is also kind of interesting. Now, you all look like you're not having a good time. You're not okay. Oof.
とりあえず飲み物でも買ってくる。そのまま待っていろ。
Alright, I'll go get you guys something to drink. Just wait here for a minute. We are going through it.
なあ、クルルからの指示書に書き添えてあったんだが。
There was a note in the instructions from Kururu.
エスティニアンは金銭感覚があれだから一人で買い出しはさせるな。だそうだ。
Oh no. Excellent. Like, Estinian has absolutely no sense for money. It's like he has no idea of the value of money. Absolutely under no circumstances let him go shopping alone. Uh-oh. I need to stop him before he spends all of our money.
オレオ・マクフラリーは気合で立ち上がった。しかし、ひどいエーテル酔いだ。無事にエスティ...
Okay, we're incredibly ether sick. Will you be able to stop Estinian? Oh no. Oh no. No, Estinian, stop. He's gonna buy like a 100-year-old bottle of wine.
おい、何か飲み物を3つ頼む。酔いに効くようなやつがいい。
Yeah, I need 3 drinks. You know, something good for, like motion sickness, ether sickness.
まさか、あんた、外からのお客さんかね。
Oh, I see. You're like you're a customer from, overseas.
いやー、この店を覗いてくれて正解だ。
Oh, you came to the right place.
シャキッと治る特製アームララッシーがあるんだよ。
Yeah, you came to the right place. If you're looking for a, like, hangover cure, or... yeah, cure for, like, a hangover or seasickness, you got nothing better than this, like, special lassie?
3つで 19,800 ギルだ。贅沢な
Free
材
would
料を
be
使ってるからね。これでも超お買い得。
19,800 gil. You know, it's a very high quality product, so really this is a bargain.
ふむ。
Hmm.
エスティニアンはまんざらではない様子だ。それはどう考えても高いと伝えたいが、口を開くと別のものがこみ上げてくる。
Yeah, so he seems to be, like, at a loss. Tried to tell him, like, that has to be overpriced, but there's something else, like, comes flowing out of your
身振りでエスティニアンを否定しよう。
you need to convince Sistine to not do this through some form of gesture. Is that actually a... Okay. No, don't do it.
ん？お前、休んでいなくてよかったのか？しかもなんだ、そんな必死になって。
Oh. Is it alright for you to be, up and around, walking around like this? And what are you looking so desperate about? Oh.
このラッシーを買うなとでも言ったげだな。もしや、割高、なのか？
It seems like you're saying that I shouldn't buy the, Lassie, is it overpriced or something?
ぎく。おっといけない。他の商品と値段を間違えてたみたいだ。特製、
Oh, no,
ラッシーは3つで1980ギルさ。
I was, mistaking the price for something else. 3 of them would come out to 1,980 gil.
やれやれ、とんだうっかりだな。それじゃあ、1980ギルでもらっていくぞ。
That's a pretty big oversight. Huh. Okay, I'll take him for, 1,980 gil. That still seems high.
このラッシーは、お前が持っていけ。ウリエンジェとサンクレッドにも渡して、3人で
Okay. Take him to Thancred. Okay.
俺は、街を一周してから戻る。それじゃあ、また、後でな。
Yeah, I'll take a look around the city and come back to you guys. See you later. I need to make sure to set up with this thing first. Okay, can we stop with the ether sickness? It's getting a little bit annoying.
何が、ちょっと酔うだ。お嬢さん方と飲み明かした翌日だって、ここまでじゃなかったぞ。
What the hell do you mean, like, slight ether sickness? Yeah, it's pretty bad. This entire zone is this sort of nonsense. I mean, I'm down.
これ、は、ああ、ゾウフが現れていくようです。
Unless you mean the ether sickness keeps going for the entire quest series. There's no way. Not possible. I refuse. It's like I'm being cleansed.
助かりました。あなたと
Thank you.
エスティニアン、そして南国の果実に感謝を。
Yeah, you, Estinian, and like this strange fruit have my thanks.
ああ、守ってくれたんだな、俺たちの活動費を。これでタタルにも叱られずに、うぐ。
Okay, that's... Yeah, you kept our like, official fund safe. Now Tataru won't yell at us. Oh. Okay.
ありがとな。お前も楽にして自分の分を飲め。本当によく頑張ったな。
Okay, take it easy. Drink your own. Good work out there.
よし、おかげさまでどうにかこうにか動けそうだ。聞いたな、あのラッシ
ー。Alright. Thanks to that, we're, back in business. That last year really worked.
ちょうどいい頃合いだったみたいだな。
Seems that like did the trick. Or, it seems like I came back at
おや、その髪は
at the right time. Like that, your hair. What, he got a haircut? Oh
あ
no.
あ、言った。塔がある手前、鎧を脱ぐわけにもいかないが、この島は暑いからな。
Oh yeah, I tied it up. I can't take off my armor with the tower looming overhead, but the island really is quite hot.
一応聞いておきたいんだが、その髪紐はどうしたんだ？
Huh? Why do I... Oh, okay, wait a second. I'm just asking out of curiosity, but where did you get the hair tie?
この町を見回りがてら買った。丈夫なサベネア織りで簡単にはほつれないそうだ。
Oh god. We're screwed anyway. I bought it while looking around the city. It's like made out of very durable material here. Like it's a specific like 7AR weave. Apparently it won't like fray easily.
いくらでだ？
How much was it?
確か9400ギルくらいだったか。
Damn it.
しゃれ込むわけでもなし、頑丈ならどんな紐でもいいからな。サベネア織りにしては特価だと言われたものを選んだぞ。
God damn it. I think it was around 9,400 gil. It doesn't need to be like stylish as long as it's sturdy. They said that it was a a special sale price for the 7AR weave, and so I purchased it. God damn it.
すごいな、タタルどころかアルフィノが先生になれそうだ。
Okay, this is how do you translate this in a way that actually makes the joke land? The joke here is saying, like, Tataru is gonna yell at you, but, like, Alfino is... Like, you're even worse than Alfino, pretty much, is the gag. He doesn't know what's going on here. I mean, this is actually interesting. They're saying, like, it's kind of weird for the shops to be running that hard of scams. Are all of the merchants here like this, or... The bottom option is, like, for someone who was, like, the Azure Dragon Knight, you're a bit, he's a bit too damn gullible, isn't he? I'm gonna say, like, why are all... It seems kind of weird that they're all running this sort of scam.
私もそのように感じました。 しかし、これが常というわけではないでしょう。
Yeah, I felt the same way. This certainly doesn't seem normal.
そも、サベネア島を領有するラザハンは、非常に長い歴史を持つ国です。
Yeah, Razahan, who control the, Isle of Savenia have a very long history.
島の先住民にあたるのは、マタンガの一派、アルカソーダラ族だと言います。
Matanga? Hold up. What is this? I guess this is just the name of that race. Okay, and this is okay, I understand. I understand. The indigenous people of this island are like the Alcasadra Matanga people?
彼らが築いてきた文化に、後に流入してきた異民族の文化が溶け合って、独自の様式を形成している。
Like their their culture along with the cultures of the other ethnic groups, races that have settled on this island have formed a unique culture. Arcasodara. Yeah, I was caught up on Matanga. Matanga? Which I guess is, just the name of the elephant people in general, and the, Akasodara, whatever, was the specific, ethnic group that these guys are.
そこから生み出される工芸品、こと織物については、諸
Just
外
like there were
国
the
でも
different
大変な
types
人
of
気を誇ると言いま
Lamia.
す。
Remember those big naked elephant guy enemies in the one area of the Azim Steppe? Hell no. Not even slightly. Yeah, the crafts that were born out of this unified or blended culture, particularly fabric or textiles, are extremely popular in other nations.
加えて、洋の東西を結ぶ、この立地、ゆえにこそ、ラザハンは、古くから交易大国として栄えてきました。
Yeah, in addition, this area connects the east and west. Razahan has flourished since for a very long time has flourished as a trading powerhouse.
とすると、国の玄関口でもある港町で、不正価格での取引が横行しているってのは、対面上よろしくないだろうな。
Huh. Yeah, so in that case it would be damaging to their reputation to be running these sort of to be selling things for these sort of fraudulent prices in a port town. You know? is like your first entrance to the nation, so if they're running these sort of scams there, it would reflect poorly on the nation as a whole. Like, is the state, like, so paralyzed that it is incapable of, like, keeping fraud under control, or are the people in such, like, poverty that they see no other option?
いずれにせよ、この島で活動をするにあたって実情を知っておくべきかもしれません。党の出現による弊害という線もありましょ
う。Okay. In any case, if we're going to be operating on this island, it would be best to learn of the, like, circumstances at hand. We also need to follow up on the potential that the appearance of the tower has had some form of adverse influence on them.
俺としてはウリエンジェの意見に賛成だ。
I agree with Urienje.
クルルに手紙をよこした依頼人がいるのはさらに先にある集落らしいんだが、一旦この町で情報収集をしていかないか?
Okay, the contact that is listed in Kururu's letter is in a village further, like, inland. But for now, I think it would be better if we gathered information in this town for the time being. Okay.
よし、名誉挽回と行こう。情けない姿を晒した分、ここからきっちり決めてくぞ。
名誉挽回。名誉挽回。I mean, I guess this is like, you know, time to redeem ourselves. Yeah, we were a real mess back there, so we gotta get our act together. Oh fuck.
俺が髪を言ってるのが珍しいか？そう入っても昔から竜騎士の兜、お前たちに助けられてイシュガルドの病院に運ばれた時、気がついたら
He thinks it's like, oh, it's so weird that I got my hair tied
あの
up.
兜ももう
Haha. No, you spent like $100 on a hair tie, dude. That's the issue. I'm gonna be real, I would never want that hippo cart.
The
thing looks kind of ridiculous, but I appreciate that it's an option. Okay. Look around the dock. Sure. The harbor, rather, actually. Okay, we'll meet up near the Aetherite. You know, I understand if you don't really want to... You know, you got some, like, resentment about the thing, but okay. Okay, I already did, I did remember to do that. Ooh. Comfy. You know, they're really fond of purple. It showed up like the starting section in Shadowbringers was also incredibly purple. Nobody's gonna get mad at me for just looking at random stuff on the harbor here.
長時間放置されていたようだ。
It's like overripened fruit kind of just left out unsold. Interesting. Why is it taking so long to just look around the
桟橋の
place?
端から沖を見渡した。島々の周囲には小型の船が止まり、さらに遠くには外洋船らしき船影も見える。
Okay, looked out over the sea. There are small boats moored on the various islands, and in the distance, like you can see, like what appears to be an ocean
しか
liner.
し、ほとんどの船に人の姿はなく、身をやり取りしている様子もない。活気があるとは言えない状態だ。
There's no sign of activity on any of the boats, and it doesn't seem like they're like loading or unloading any supplies. Seems like they're laying stagnant. Oh.
何をしてるのかって、今日の売り買いの記録をつけてるのさ。儲けなんて前に等しいけど、
What am I doing?
状況はマシな方さ。
Yeah, taking stock of today's sales and purchases. Yeah, not making much, but I'm doing on the better side of
私は
things.
一人身だからどうにか自分が食いつなぎりゃいい。けど家族がいるとそうもいかないだろ。
You know, I'm on my own, so I just gotta be able to make enough to eat. But you know, people with families gotta have it a bit harder.
カルザール商会の棟梁さんなんて大変そうだよ。身内だけじゃなくて自分の商会っていう大家族までこんな不況から守らなきゃならないんだからさ。
Like the boss of the Karzar company seems like he's in like a tough spot. He doesn't just have his own family to think about, but you know, his like whole company as well. He's got to try and get all of them through this like recession,
あんた
depression.
よそから来た人だろ。よければカルザールさんに声をかけてやってくれよ。外国の情勢とか聞きたいこともあるだろうしさ。
Hey, you came here from overseas, right? If you can, could you talk to Karzar for me? Okay,
きっと
like to
今
ask
日も
about stuff
港
going
湾
on
ギルド桟橋の先にある大きな建物に
overseas.
いるはずだからさ。
Okay. You should be in like the Harbor Guild on the other side of the pier there. Or like, yeah, just beyond the pier. Oh.
おや、もしかして旅の人かい。こんなご時世に立ち寄ってくれるたありがたいこった。
Oh, are you a traveler? Yeah, incredibly glad you decided to visit in times like
見
these.
ての通り、北の小島、ナルネア島に突然、吹き港が生えてきてな。
As you can see, on that island to the north, Norunea Island, a strange tower suddenly arose.
そこから化け物まで出てきたもんだから、異国の商人たちはみんな逃げていっちまったんだ。
And thanks to all of the, like, monsters that flooded out of there, all of the foreign traders, left.
ラザハンを守る聖戦士団のおかげ
All the foreign
で
merchants.
命は無事だが、財布の中身は干上がっていく一方でね。これから先どうなるやらだ。
聖戦士団。聖戦士団。聖戦士団。What, like, heavenly celestial warriors or something? Thanks to them, we're You know, our lives aren't at risk, but our wallets sure are. I don't know what's going to happen to us. What do you do for Seisenshidan? Hey, dude, what's up? Is this gonna be another
ダルマスカの
Yohai-esque
商船が来
character?
なくなっただと？
Oh,
冗談じゃない。おろすと約束した品は揃えてあるんだぞ。
the merchant ships from Dalmasca aren't coming anymore? Jodan Sanai. What are you kidding me? We have products we promised to sell? Like we've already got them
私
ready.
にどなったって来ないものは来ないの。先方から連絡があったんだから間違いないわ。
Yeah, even if you scream at me, what's like that's not gonna make them show up. There was like that's what they told me.
まあ無理もない話じゃない？最近帝国の情勢がきな臭いせいで続集だって明日をも知れぬ状況なんだから。
I mean, it's only natural, right? Like with the state that the empire is in, all of the provinces are, you know, are uncertain of what's gonna happen.
何より得体の知れない塔が化け物を吐き出してる島に誰が近づきたがると思う？
And above all, who the hell would want to go to an island where a, you know, bizarre tower is, like, yeah, spitting out monsters?
ラザハンの都なら結界でしっかり守られてるけど、さすがにここらは県外だし、まっとうな判断ができるやつなら買い付けになんか来ないわよ。
Huh. Yeah, Dazan is, like, protected by their barrier ward or something? Yeah, but we're well out of that. Yeah, anybody with sense wouldn't come here to trade.
クソ、あいつらめ、簡単に踏み倒してくれやがって。このままじゃ大損だ。
And it's like, what, those bastards are gonna... like, dodge paying? You know, they're gonna just run out on their bill? We're going to lose a ton of money at this rate?
他の商船の到着予定を教えてくれ。
Okay. Okay, when are any other merchant ships scheduled to arrive?
食い物に工芸品、織物、元気が出る薬、ラザハン土産として喜ばれるものは大抵用意できる。
元気が出る薬. Food, craft, textiles, it's kind of like stimulants. We can get anything that they need from Razan.
俺の紹介は個人の商人や職人を集めてえりすぐりの名産品を異国の交易商人に卸してるんだ。質の良さには自信がある。
Okay, yeah, my trading company, like sells wholesale from merchants and artisans, like, you know, the specialty products from whatever this, I don't remember the name of this place, to foreign merchants. Entirely competent with the quality.
だからこそ伝えられる予定はな
Yeah,
いのよ。
I know. And that's why I've got nothing for you.
どこの船も欠航、取りやめ、
Radiance
次回
host.
未定。
Ugh.
お気の毒だけど、どうしようもないわ。
Yeah, all the boats have been like canceled or suspended. And they like the next the schedule for the next crash hasn't been determined yet. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do.
あら、あなたは？
Oh, who are you? I'm
あ
just
ん
some
た
random person.
島の外から来たのか？一体どこの商人だ？
Oh, you came here from overseas. Are you where are you a merchant from?
そ
No,
う
I'm not
か
a、merchant.
すまない。
I'm not a merchant. Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
悪いが、この職員は、俺と話してる、途中なんだ。用があるなら、他のやつを当たってほしい。
I'm sorry, this... like, employee, I guess you would just say, is currently in the middle of a conversation with me. If you have any business, please go talk to somebody else. Oh, I have business with you.
A と、か、さんは、
Who? Ka?
オラは、
うん
マト社で、その、カルザール、さん、は。
Oh no. Is this gonna be their speech quirk? Oh, is that you? Carter's Oh god, are they gonna be in all katakana talking slow as shit because they're elephants?
あ、お取り込み中。じゃあ、その、また今度。
Oh, I see. He's busy right now. I'll come back later. Huh? Huh? Okay, I mean, I guess I'm just gonna go out and talk to that guy instead of saying, wait, but they just told me that I was supposed to go out and talk to him. Couldn't I just say, like, hey, actually, I'm here to talk to you? Oh, Moto saw that.
ひや、オラに、何か用出すか？
Ah, do you have any business with me?
オラがカルザールさんを呼ぼうとしてたの、見てたんだすか？お気遣い、感謝だす。
Oh, okay, that was... for some reason I didn't see that was this guy's name. He was just saying it's me, Matosha. Matosha. Oh, you saw that I was trying to call out to... I was trying to talk to Korizon.
オラ
Thank
は
you for your
マト
concern.
社、この近くにある、アキャリテ村の漁師だす。
Fisherman from a nearby village, Akiari.
魚を取ったら、日持ちするように加工して、カルザールさんにおろして、異国の商人さん相手に売ってもらってたんだす。
Okay, we prepared, preserved the fish that we've caught, and like we preserve the fish that we catch and sell them wholesale to Orizara, to foreign
け
merchants.
ど、最近、商品を取りに来てもらえなくて、紹介が苦しそうだって噂も聞いたから、心配になって探してたんだす。
Yeah, lately hasn't been coming by to buy anything, like to pick up any of the product. But a rumor that his like company was having troubles, so I was worried and came here
カ
looking
ルザ
for
ール
him.
さん、一生懸命、お仕事してた。とてもじゃないけど、邪魔なんてできないだす。でも、
He's seems to be very busy with his work. I don't want to intrude, but why is this what we're doing right now? Why is this what we're doing right now? One person told me to go talk to a merchant, and now we're going on this whole ass side quest? I could be counting crops instead. I don't know which one's worse.
ところで、あんたはどこのどちら様ですか？
In any case, where exactly are you from?
冒険者。旅をしなが
you're
ら
an adventurer.
いろんな依頼を受ける人。
Someone who takes on various requests while traveling, I
と
see.
いうことは、知らない相手に声をかけるのも得意だす？だったら、オラに交渉術ってやつを教えてほしいだす。
Okay. So then you're really good at talking to strangers, right? So then could you please teach me some of your communication skills?
実はけど、
Oh,
オラ
shit.
売ることはカルザールさんたちに任せきりで、喋るのもうまくないし、ほとほと困ってたんだす。
Okay, he says like I've got a lot of the fish that we caught, and I want to sell it somehow, but I always had cutters on her sell them for us. I'm not really good at talking to people, having a really hard
だ
time.
からお願いだす。
So
冒
please,
険者流の交渉術で町の住民たちに魚を売ってほしいんだす。
okay, we're just gonna go around selling fish
ほ
to
ら、
random
そ
people.
れを近くで見て学ばせてもらいたいなって。もし協力してくれるなら改めて声をかけてほしいだす。
Okay, I want to watch and learn. So, are you ready?
ここから
Please
ス
talk
キ
to
ッ
me.
プできな
Okay.
いイベントが連続します。
Oh
Content-
no. Okay, so the game just warned me. If you start this, it's gonna take forever. I appreciate this warning. And so, let me just get that off of the screen real quick. Endwalker is an unbelievably slow beginning. Yeah, there was a lot of very interesting setup at the very beginning there. And then, it appears we're going on a patented Final Fantasy XIV, long as hell, entirely unrelated side quest. And so, I'm gonna not do that right now. We're like right at the 4-hour mark. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm good. And I can also feel myself fading. But there definitely is a lot of very interesting stuff that they were talking about. Oh, wait a second. Thancred is doing something out here.
この町の住民は商売っ気こそ旺盛だが、異邦人でも話しやすくて助かる。普段いろんな地域からの客で。
Okay. Yeah, apparently they're used to dealing with, like, foreign customers, so it's kind of weird that they were trying to scam us. I gotta say, the zones, though, starting from Shadowbringers, have been ridiculously good. You know, they're all very well designed, very visually striking. ARR through Heaven's Word had a lot of just brown. A lot of zones are just kind of brown. But now, like, look, they actually found out there are colors that you could use when designing zones. It's great. Dawn Trail zones are even visually nicer. It does seem like that's the case, that they're getting better as the expansions go on. But yeah, that is going to do it for me for right now. I will see all of you nerds on Wednesday. Same time, same place. And I will definitely attempt to, I think for this spot, I'm going to try and go through fairly quickly. Because I don't know how much fish selling content we need to get, like, perfectly right. I probably should have been skimming even harder on the whole business negotiation thing. But still. Anyway. Bye-bye. I've got a little wave. Hey, bye-bye for now. We'll see you all on Wednesday. Peace.